I remember we were playing a festival in Europe. I got pulled in, it was pouring rain at a festival, and it was like, hey, you have to do this interview. So I'm like, okay, go in, close the van door, just, classic doing an interview in a van. And the guy just starts bawling at me about the record. It just kind of seemed like he just needed to talk to me. That was the part of that album that I did not expect and still don't have a good handle on of like, hey man, person, anyone, I'm also going through this.
Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How you doing, Bo?
I'm doing great, Colin. I'm very excited this evening. Who do we have?
It's a beautiful day here in the Valley at the Pit Recording Studio. Speaking of the Valley, I've got to introduce our lovely, lovely guest today. It's a big week on the show, so allow me to introduce a true San Fernando Valley OG. One of the most prominent voices in post-hardcore with blast beats. A music aficionado, Touché Amoré vocalist, and my friend of over 20 years.
How about that?
Jeremy Bolm.
Oh.
Come on.
It's nice to be, I'm going to do the far,
Come on.
reach. The far reach.
Reach over me.
The far reach.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm good. I was just saying, this might be, as I've gotten older, I've become a lot more nervous with interviews. I don't know why that is.
Because everything can go everywhere so fast.
I don't know. I don't know if it's really that. I think it's just, I don't know. It's like, I've never had stage fright. Do you guys, anything like that?
Bad shows, I'm horrified.
Yeah.
Great shows, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, I think just when we've been doing this as long as we have, we've felt all the things of like, this went well, this didn't go well.
Yeah.
And I think that anxiety and the stress of the world nonstop has like amplified all the things that could go wrong.
100%.
But I'm with friends.
Yeah.
And that's all.
You're safe here.
You got your Moonstruck hat on.
Yeah. Oh my God. I just noticed that. Cher.
Yeah.
Shout out Cher, friend of the show, Cher, obviously. Let's go back in time here.
Okay.
Let's get real comfortable. Let's get real familiar. And I want to learn some things about you today.
Okay.
There's so much I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's go back in time.
Yeah.
Tell me about young Jeremy.
Okay.
Growing up, did you grow up in Burbank?
Burbank. St. Joe's Hospital.
You're like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I got my appendix out there.
wow.
That's where it happened with the Burger King.
How about that?
Yeah.
You see with the Burger King?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Do it. Say it real quick. It's.
I've told it a bunch, but when I got my appendix out, it ruptured.
Yeah.
It ruptured, didn't burst.
Right.
On my way there, I was like, I'm feeling a little, this hurts, but I gotta eat.
Like maybe it's that.
And I was like, well, I'm going to the doctor, I gotta eat something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I got a double Whopper combo large. full sugar Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
I feel like on the list of things to ingest before an appendectomy, that's like on the.
No, it's
one.
on a chart.
Don't get the double.
Yeah, double
the
Whopper is on the chart. The do not ingest chart. Got there and they were like, yeah, this has got to come out. Have you eaten anything today? I was like, well,
See, the thing is this.
Yeah. By anything, does a double Whopper, large fry, onion ring, and a full sugar Dr. Pepper count? So I stayed an extra day. Lovely hospital. Great place to be born. Congrats.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Tell me about growing up in Burbank.
Yeah, you spent some time there.
I love it.
Yeah. It's an interesting place to grow up.
Yeah.
This has come up, just talking to mutual Valley friends or just people from other states that had very more rural upbringings. It's kind of a fascinating thing to say where it's like, it kind of messes with your brain a bit when you're a kid because you'll put on a movie and be like, that's opening. First time I saw Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Oh,
He skates out of the parking lot next to the Burger King.
Right. Oh, hey.
Yeah, it all ties together. It's the Burger King. And
Twin
what
Pines.
used to be in that parking lot was the Toys R Us.
Yeah.
So as a
RIP.
kid, you know
Yeah,
you know that
Toys R Us.
location.
Wow.
So
Super bad. Is
You're
that
right.
Yeah,
the
that-
liquor store down the
yeah.
way. My high school is where they filmed No Wonder Years. The True Romance Safari Inn is
Wow.
around the corner from
is,
where I
yeah.
grew up.
I have a little bit of that with Chicago.
Okay.
John Hughes movies, and you
Oh,
know,
for
like
sure.
you get a little bit of that, but not.
Yeah.
I come here and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so wow.
So there's that weirdness, and then there's also, if you are born and raised there, there's a chance that your folks work in the industry in some capacity. It's probably not a glamorous job. It's probably, I was raised with a single mom, definition latchkey kid. I lived around the block from my high school, so it was just like ditching school with my dickhead friends and just like, hanging out and whatever else, not really being policed on what I was doing, watching or whatever. But I also had two parents that were so burnt out by work and also being a single mom that like I was never taken to the movies.
Oh man.
It was just like I work in movies. I don't want to. I don't want to like go do more of that.
So you discovered because you're a big movie guy.
So I had to find all of that stuff on my own. And I've talked to other friends from Burbank, and they kind of agree that it's like it's kind of a weird thing where it almost makes you sort of devoid of culture, even though you're surrounded by it.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
yeah, it wasn't until I got I loved TV and things like that, but it wasn't until I got older that going to friends' houses whose parents also didn't police them on what they were watching, and it's just like, oh yeah, my dad,
Yeah.
my mom didn't watch a ton of stuff, but friends who's like, oh yeah, my dad let me rent, Terminator 2, Predator,
Every time.
Die Hard, and then R-rated movies and
Yeah.
everything else kind of came into my life. But, I don't know
It's
how
the
you
things
guys...
that are kept from us that become like, well,
Oh, yeah.
now I need unlimited of that.
Yes,
Sometimes.
absolutely.
Not for me.
What?
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
you're not like a
sometimes-
horror guy.
So what came first, music or movies?
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah, music. I was pretty obsessed pretty young. I was of the age group that, like, Michael Jackson was just, like, inescapable. It was just, like, instantly just, like, can I get a jacket that looks like that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just obsessed.
First CD I ever bought was Thriller as a
Thriller?
child.
Yeah.
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 We'll talk a little bit more about Thriller later, huh?
Yeah. Bad was mine. Like,
Ah, yeah,
like,
same.
like Bad.
Same.
Just that music video was just like the epitome of cool
Yeah.
to me. I think it was like the mix of like I've never put this together until now, but like the Bad music video with like jean jackets, leather jackets, that sort of a thing. And then also like Ernest Goes to Camp. There was the one bad boy kid
Yeah.
who had like the cutoff jean vest and like spiky bracelet. Is like kind of my intro to like, oh, that I think
Wow.
that could be punk
That's awesome.
kind of a thing, which is interesting.
So
but
thank you, Martin Scorsese and Ernest.
and Ernest, yes.
It always comes back to both. So what are some early punk bands you connected with?
Oh,
And how did you find them?
so so I liked Michael Jackson and stuff like that, and then I got unsurprisingly obsessed with Nirvana, Pearl Jam.
Okay.
I was the right age, the right
Sure,
everything
yeah.
for that. Like Kurt Cobain died day before my birthday.
What was that like for white people in 1994?
Huge,
Yeah.
huge. Yeah,
Burbank, dude?
yeah, dude.
Tears everywhere.
Yeah, I was about to turn 11.
Okay.
Okay.
So I was in the back seat of a neighbor's car. They had taken us to Pink's hot dogs.
man.
Oh man, we had a
Those are our guys, man.
HardLore dog.
We had a dog.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. What was on it?
Guacamole.
Yeah, guac.
It's version 1. V2 will be.
V2 is going to be lit, trust me. What was on it? Chicago dog with
It was
guac.
a Chicago dog with guac, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which doesn't that sound nice?
it's cool.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was legitimately good.
Yeah, I like that it's a mix of both of your personalities
you.
too.
Yeah.
Aw,
We
you
try.
guys.
We'll do more.
But yeah,
Okay.
like I was backseat of the backseat, and it came on over the radio. It was like Kurt Cobain, lead singer of Nirvana, has found passed away in his home, and I was so devastated that I didn't get out of the car. Like I was just like confused. It was like the first
Yeah.
and I took it like personally too, because it was like right before my birthday, where I was just like music, and I've said this, I was just like I genuinely was like music is done for me. Like
Wow.
I'll never
How-
like music again.
How could he do that? To you? You know?
Yeah,
Straight up.
Because But in a way,
I
that's
know,
how your
yeah, I
brain
know.
thinks as a kid. You're just like, but you're
my guy.
you're my guy.
Yeah.
So that was devastating.
Did you discover Pearl Jam and Nirvana because of like K-Rock and other stuff, or was
Yeah,
it
and
also the
MTV, K-Rock, yeah,
Cultural,
like the Even Flow music video when Eddie Vedder stage dives. You know, this is
We've been chasing that ever since. You know?
as the little brother, when you see that and you go, look at all of that attention.
Oh,
Like, oh my god, you know, it's just like I think it implants it in my head to be
sure.
like, I want to rock, you know, like that kind of a thing. So that's when all of that, you know, and then I just was the kid who, there was a record store on the corner right there in Burbank called DB Cooper's. Coolest name for a record store that
Yeah.
I did not know what that was.
is that the guy who disappeared with the money?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the name of the record store. How cool
Awesome.
was
That's
that?
awesome. Cool.
Yeah. And that, you know, that probably closed in the very early 2000s or late 90s or something. But
can you recall the first record you ever bought from there?
First ever.
First ever.
first ever record I bought from there. I probably can't. But cassettes. I know some of my first like that I walked into warehouse music, which is where the Chase is, and it used to be a warehouse music. I mean, some of the earliest cassettes were like obviously like the Nirvana 10, or sorry, Pearl Jam 10, Nirvana, Nevermind. But then also like TLC, Ooh on the TLC Tip. Loved shit like that. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion, maybe 2?
Because of Terminator 2.
Yeah. That actually probably is why.
It absolutely is. Well.
Yeah. Black Album.
Yeah.
Metallica's
to him for
91.
that.
He looked right.
Black Album.
Black Album.
We're closer. I'm like right in between you two in age.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of what you're saying,
You're resonating with so much.
it was like I went to a daycare, also being a latchkey kid later on. But when she would have me in daycare, there was one record, and it was the single of "Beat It." You know what I mean? So it's like I'm like in the ruins of what you grew up in over by me. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How do you go from Nirvana, Pearl Jam to?
So an easy entry point, which probably gets said a lot here. It gets said a lot on my show. Green Day Dookie is like kind of an entry to like, okay, that seems like it's different. And then and then through the Southern California-ness, found No Effects and Punk and Drublick being right then and there. And hearing the lore that K-Rock played Leave It Alone on the air, and apparently Fat Mike called and said, stop it. That was lore that kind of came to me in a way where I was like, wait a minute, but No Effects seems to be like more punk than Green Day?
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
My first show ever was No Effects.
No way. Who else played? Do you remember?
Mad Caddies, Frenzel Rom, an Australian punk band who are still rocking to this day. And something else, it was like all Fat Records.
All Fat Records fans.
But Punk and Drublick was the record.
That's awesome.
The record.
Yeah. Do you still?
Yeah, I ride for No
Yeah.
Effects. Absolutely.
Yeah. Same. You never did. No.
I read the book, and that honestly
I remember that.
made me. I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah, they got some.
I'm a big Bad Religion guy, so it's it's right there.
Well, it's funny too, not to go full into No Effects, but like guitar wise, they are very good guitar players. Lots of crazy picking.
Yeah.
Drums are rock solid. And then there's all the shit from like melodic punk to fast punk to kind of reggae and stuff to The Bruise, which is an Oi song.
Yep.
Which puts in my brain at
It's my first time ever
11
hearing
years old.
Oi, oi, oi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That like, oh, this is like a punk thing. I wonder what this is from. And
Totally.
it was a perfect gateway into actual underground.
Yeah.
At the time.
Well said. Yeah, that's all too true. Also, give credit where it's due. Those are for degenerates to play.
Oh my God,
that
dude. It's crazy.
well.
That well.
It's like no, I got into the Replacements later in my life, but it's like to when you have that level of being a degenerate and with that level of talent and being able to do both at maximum ability.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Pretty cool.
Undeniable.
Pretty cool. After Kurt died, when I was like, music's dead for me, 6 months later, I saw the Korn Blind music video.
Dude.
And was like, that is the scariest. What the fuck? And I immediately went and bought that cassette. And then that got me into metal.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I already had Black Album, but like,
Sure.
I didn't, and I had the Black Album and Justice for All, and then really fucking loved Countdown to Extinction.
Dude,
Well, again,
it's unbelievable.
Again, is that the Terminator 2 record?
No, that would be that.
Last Action Hero
Last
has.
Action Hero.
has-
You're right. It's
yeah.
Last Action Hero.
And Angry Again
Dude,
Yeah,
is
banger.
such a good song.
that record does rock. It's very Black Album.
Yes.
So it totally
And then they
tracks,
have
but-
a song in the Bogus Journey, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey
Oh.
soundtrack that goes crazy, and they steal the "Now I Lay Me Down to Sleep." It's like a straight up Enter Sandman diss track. It's incredible.
Whoa.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny, a coworker, I work a few days at Amoeba, a coworker just told me that apparently the lore about Angry Again is that he got out of rehab sober, and that's the first song he wrote, Sober.
Whoa. That's awesome.
It's wild to be like, sobriety made you write the angriest
Yeah, that's
song.
awesome.
It's pretty sick.
Broken clock, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amen. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're finding Korn.
Yeah.
Korn
Korn and
No Effects are your gateways to the extreme.
And truthfully, and then through all of that, the Ross Robinson of it all, I get very into Sepultura roots.
Okay.
And buy the Ozfest 96 VHS, which has Earth Crisis on it.
Wow.
And that's how I learned about straight edge.
Wow.
Same.
Yeah. Is that no?
No, Earth Crisis.
Yeah,
But not
yeah.
specifically.
Yeah,
on
sure.
Ozfest 96.
Sure. I just remember watching it and being, because I bought the VHS strictly for Fear Factory, for Sepultura, probably mainly those two. But I remember watching the Neurosis part, which is in like black
it's
and white.
the best shit
I know
Yeah.
ever.
And I remember just watching that and being like, okay, that's different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's something about, like, I don't
Is
know
it
that
Locust Star? Is it the
that
Locust Star
sounds,
love?
that sounds
Dude,
correct.
It's
And
unreal.
yeah. And then, but then also on that VHS has like early like Power Man 5000.
Yeah.
No disrespect to all the Power Man 5000 fans out there, but I remember thinking like, okay, so that's really gimmicky.
Sure.
And like
mean,
Coal Chambers on there, I'm like, that's really gimmicky.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
could
totally.
tell, yeah.
And then you watch Earth Crisis and you're like, they have X's on their hands. That might be gimmicky.
But I want to know more.
I want to know more, and they're just dressed like normal people.
Yeah.
And like it's harder and heavier than almost anything else on this.
Well, it's always fascinating as a kid to start refining what you don't like.
Oh,
You know, because like there is a conscious moment. I remember the first movie I saw in theaters that I thought to myself, I didn't like that, was Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. And I was old enough to be like, I should have not liked a movie by then.
Yeah.
But refining your tastes musically is that's where you really begin. Is
Yeah.
being like, I don't like that. I do like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chase this. I love how metallic your entry is. I bet most people would be surprised by that from you.
Yeah.
But they don't know about your first bands like I do.
They don't know.
Before we get there, did it ever blow your young mind that Sepultura toured with Earth Crisis? Like, did you discover that?
So there was a record store in Burbank that I eventually got a chance to work at called Backside. The bass player of Downset worked there, James Morris.
Well,
He, in so many ways, became my shepherd even before I started working there. To be like, I remember going in and getting Do We Speak a Dead Language signed by him because I just loved that record.
awesome.
Like, I thought Rage was cool, but I was like, that's fucking Southern California. Like, came out around the same time. You know, I mean, granted, Zach, I know Southern California as well, respectfully. But like, it had just like it was way more hardcore, obviously. So that interested me a lot. And I remember talking to him and him telling me stories about like, oh yeah, we took VOD on their first tour. Him telling me insane stories about them touring with Pantera. Like and tons of stories about touring with Earth Crisis, you know, just stuff where you're like, holy shit, like you actually were like right there for all of this stuff. Awesome.
So he's your old head in terms of just entry into the world, the greater world of punk.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Very cool.
Like once there was little, I'm curious if you might have had this too, where it was like, because I liked a lot of, like, I loved Deftones also super early on. Like, as soon as I got into Korn, I found Deftones like
makes sense.
a week later.
You were just looking at the Adidas
Adidas
Truthfully,
catalog.
I was like, dreadlocks, No, but yeah, like Adrenaline was massive for me when that came out, and loving the Deftones.
Yeah.
Going to DB Cooper's, opening every CD, reading all the liner notes. Chino sings on In This Defiance from Strife.
That's right.
So I was like, and Dino from Fear Factory
right.
plays on it too. So I see both those names in the credits, and I was like, what the fuck is this CD? Bought that. That's still like an all-time favorite hardcore
And then you
record.
find out they're from down the street.
Yeah, totally. And I was like, wait, this is California, whatever. And then Victory Records. And then I'm like, I know that because of the Earth Crisis thing. And now I'm going to buy Snapcase. Now I'm going to buy anything.
This is the universal tale until like internet.
Yeah, literally
truthfully,
the liner notes, the thank you notes, the features and all that stuff is like a true lost art that I don't think we'll ever recover. I think
No,
it's
because even
truly
like Spotify related artists are just wrong.
dog shit.
Yeah.
Like you could still put it in the records, and I hope people do.
Yeah.
We do. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm sure, but it's you're not looking for it for the same reason.
You don't have to look anymore.
You're not, yeah. And I wonder if there's also the aspect of there are so many pivotal hardcore records that everybody just knows to point to be like, that one. And then you have the thank you list to be like, here's my path, right? Whereas like nowadays, we're all in bands that put out several records at all times. So I don't know if it's as easy for someone to find the record from one of your bands, the record from one of your bands, kind of a thing to be like, now which thank you list do I follow?
There could be some underrated record no one's ever heard of with the greatest thank you list of all time.
True, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you would never know.
But I
Good
mean,
point.
the origin of our genre, hardcore,
Yeah.
is right there, you know, and it is this traceable tree that you can follow to get to us, you know.
Yeah.
And I hope people learn about the roots of that tree every time we talk about them. That's
Yeah.
why you do it. It is a genre where that is important,
Yeah.
you know, and it puts everything in context.
Yeah.
Earth Crisis and the Bad Brains. There's one line that separates them.
There's a thing that always I feel like gets talked about too in these similar conversations is like when you take a chance on a CD, you know,
Oh my
where you're
God.
like you see the label and you're like, it's used, it's $8. I'll grab it, and it's so rough, but you're like, well, I spent my allowance on it. I'm gonna make myself like this.
100%.
Absolutely.
And you eventually kind of do.
Track 8 is like, that was pretty good.
There was what's interesting too is even when pirating came along, there was still a sense of that because it was a pain in the ass to just get it on your
many
iPad.
viruses.
6 hours downloading all
Exactly.
30 megabytes of this album.
You know what I mean?
92 kilobytes per
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Dad.
Friend of your show, someone I just had, Davey Havoc. So I got to tell him that I think my intro to AFI was the God Money soundtrack, which they were on, but it also had Descendants, which still has my favorite Descendants song on it because I bought that. But I bought that because because Strife was on it, because Far was on it, because it had all of this stuff. There's the band Living Sacrifice, like Christian Meshuggah, basically.
Yeah.
Hearing that, being like, what the fuck? But that was also became a roadmap, like just discovering that soundtrack and just being, what the hell?
So how does that turn into finding local community in hardcore? Who's your circle in Burbank HC?
I had to go to Orange County.
Really?
That's where I started. Taken.
Oh yeah.
Taken was huge. Like, I had friends that knew them, so I got to know them. There was Coos Cafe out in Orange County that I would go to see them play. They were always playing with bands like Curl Up and Die from Vegas, so got friendly with those people. The first tour I ever did was selling merch for Taken, and they were supporting Poison the Well. And like Poison
That's
the Well,
a good first tour.
it was 4 days, something like that. But like it was my first experience being in a van, selling merch at a show, like being around new people. I was probably 18 years old.
Were you pitting hard every night?
No, I was just at the table, but just by being like, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm on tour right now.
Yeah, just on tour. It's just neat. But yeah, it was really cool. And then the bass player of Taken, Nick Beard, went on to be in Circa Survive. And so when we got the offer to open for Circa Survive back in 2012, it was because of that connection I had with Nick Beard back when. So that was like super nice.
Did he remember you?
Oh yeah. We
you
we had
did
known
friends,
each other
okay,
pretty
sure,
well.
sure.
Yeah, but
Big
he had moved to the East Coast, and I hadn't seen him in so long. Yeah.
So Orange County becomes your local scene.
Yeah,
You got a couple guys in Burbank, though.
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
You would start a couple bands with them. We'll get there in a second.
You can't wait.
I can't wait. When do you start collecting records?
Yeah.
Burbank band. It's a Burbank band called Bleeding Kansas. Do you remember a band
Yeah,
called Bleeding
yeah, of
Kansas? They put out records on Abacus, which was that Century Media affiliated label, but they got to record with Kurt Ballou. So for a band from Burbank, dude, you guys are recording with Kurt Ballou, like holy shit, right? So they to us, like even when Touche started, the very first Touche song on the very first demo is called Negotiating the Charade. I wrote it on guitar, and that's why it sounds nothing like any other Touche songs, because that was the one song I wrote, right? And it was me just trying to write a Bleeding Kansas song.
Okay.
It just straight up is like,
You're just
what
keeping
is-
that
what is
OG
this song?
Burbank shit alive.
Alive, right. The drummer of Bleeding Kansas, a gentleman named Daniel Poliat, he just filled in for us, playing drums for Elliot, because Elliot has a new baby.
Mazel.
So Daniel, the man who played in Bleeding Kansas and got me into collecting vinyl, he's still around. He's just played with us. It's so cool to play with him. He's in Horse the Band.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a drummer in Horse the Band. Yeah.
Horse the Band is Burbank HC? By association?
Affiliated.
They kind of have some Burbank.
Okay,
in
all
them.
right, well.
Yeah.
You learn.
Bass player.
We learn.
Bass player of Thriller was also in Horse the Band.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll get there in a second. What do you think is the craziest single thing in your record collection?
It's tough, but because I have sentimental, but then I have also like value.
I'm talking value.
Value.
I'm talking
Yeah.
monetary value.
Yeah. I have like I have every pressing of Jane Doe. Like that helps, you know.
Oh, wow.
But also, before we were on camera, we were talking about Hellfest.
Yeah.
The last Hellfest that happened in 2004, I think it was, I brought such little money, but I was like, I'm going to want to buy some merch, you know? So I probably brought like $100 or something like
That
that.
could get you far back.
Back then. So I was like, I brought $100 with me, you know?
Literally 10 t-shirts.
Yeah, truthfully.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and this guy had his distro out and was selling his personal collection. And the first flip was a Seisha 7-inch. And it's called like the Coffin Kids Club 7-inch, which is like hand numbered out of 25. And it's like the most sought after thing. And the fact that it was like the first flip. And then I went to his LPs, and the first flip of that was the Seisha LP, which was also impossible to find. So I literally spent my $100 on two
just
records
that?
immediately. I was like, well,
I'm done.
I'm done. That's it. I'm
I'm
not
at
coming home
Hellfest.
with anything except these. Yeah. And then at one point, I had them in my backpack. Andrew WK was on stage later that night. I was circle pitting with everybody else, and someone came up to me and was like, "Your backpack's open." Scariest.
Oh my God.
At that point in my life, scariest
Scariest moment of your whole life.
At that
What
point
about
in
you?
my life, that was the scariest
The
moment.
craziest thing?
Yeah.
Probably that Halloween 7-inch.
Halloween 7.
Ooh.
It's a big
He's
one.
got
That's sick.
a good one. He got a bag too. The Halloween
I do have the
bag.
bag. It's whatever.
It's awesome.
What about you?
Aside from he gave me a Walk Among Us first press. That's probably monetarily the most, I think. But I have a double R mastering of Led Zeppelin 2. The one that skips. It's mastered so
Whoa.
loud.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Do you have a specific record you regret selling or trading?
Yes. I had an original pressing of Hum's Downward is Heavenward on blue vinyl, which I got at Amoeba for $7. And someone I still know to this day was like, "Oh, I have this Orchid split 7-inch." And at the time I was like getting really into all the Screamo stuff. And I was like, yeah, for sure. And we did the trade, and like it was a very quick interaction. And then I realized it was an extremely water damaged cover. So I felt very, I immediately kind of knew I fucked up.
Yeah.
But now it kind of haunts me.
Well, we'll see if we can find that for you.
That buyer's remorse, that feeling when you get got.
Yeah. And then it's like that record goes for quite a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did the long, straightened hair come for you? Because, man,
It came.
It
from
was
me.
such a unique vibe when I met you. I
Yeah.
was like, this guy's wild.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
Wow. Fascinating.
It was unbelievable.
So
It was iconic, really.
some of us were just really victims of the era.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never had cool hair. Let me start by saying that.
But you're pitting for Andrew WK at Hellfest 04. So like you're cool, you know?
I appreciate
You're
it.
doing great.
I never had cool hair. It was always just like dense
Yeah.
and like curly, but like it couldn't do anything, you know, and I never had a cool hair. All my friends had straight, long hair, you know, like just always like, or like everyone had like what I called the Pantera, like the shave underneath, the
the
ponytail
undercut.
up. And in junior high, everyone I knew had that. So like, I just never had, you know, just I was like the odd person out, just being like, yeah, I got nothing over here. So when all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute, I can grow this out and just, and now I can be one of them.
Aha.
Yeah, I was terrible at doing it though. So
Do you have any photos of it?
oh sure.
Here they
one.
are.
Now you have to do it. It is what it
Wow,
is.
that looks crazy.
Isn't that great?
That's nuts.
I saw him gigging with that hair for
Where'd
years.
you find this photo that you're using?
You sent it to me.
I sent it to you.
Yeah. After we recorded.
After we're done recording.
Fantastic. Great. I'll find like the least embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it's up to you.
Great. Yeah,
you
yeah,
choose your own destiny.
Yeah, it'll be a photo from us playing at the Cobalt.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
So
was
we-
probably there.
Your hair is naturally curly?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And over the pandemic, I felt it fitting, and I was like,
Fuck it.
That's how to do it, man.
It's
Yeah.
funny because we met very briefly in Belgium in 2010.
yeah,
Nails, Harm's Way, and Rise and Fall played, and Touche played too. Like the shows like got combined.
yes.
We met very
I think
briefly.
there's one other band that was on that also makes it crazy.
Trap
Okay.
Them,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah. Stacked show.
Yeah, it was like a
comment.
stacked show in Hasselt, Belgium.
Yeah.
No one was there, but it was good, you
Yeah.
know. But we met briefly, and I don't. To me, you look the same in my.
Oh,
in my
I
mind.
did not have that hair then.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
No,
but,
not
but,
this-
no,
oh,
no,
not
no,
this-
but even any
Oh,
hair.
oh, yeah, sure. It just had like short brown hair.
Yeah.
It was just
Classic hair.
it was just hair.
Classic
Lego
hair.
Yeah.
Lego hair.
Yeah,
You've had such a unique speaking voice from the day I met you.
yeah.
Was that a source of adversity for you growing up?
You know, it's funny. I've thought about going into this here
Let's do it.
Yeah.
because I've never been open about this.
Oh.
So, it's a condition.
Wow.
So, throughout all my years, especially being in Touche and having to do interviews on the road, and every time having to do an interview on the road, my voice is thrashed or whatever, or just people hear me talk regularly and they're like, "That guy fucked up his voice."
Aha.
I've always sounded. You've known me a long
Yeah,
time.
the whole time.
I've always sounded like this.
Yeah.
It is a condition.
Okay.
And have you ever heard? Do you know anything about? Was this leading anywhere?
No,
Just out of
no,
curiosity. Okay,
no.
okay. Because I have a record label. It's called Secret Voice,
Uh-huh.
and that's been an inside joke for people closest to me who like know what that is.
Okay.
Because if I wanted to, I could talk like that.
You just.
Dude, what?
I
That's scared
I
the-
just jumped
Are you
out of my
serious?
skin.
What?
You just scared the hell out of me. So you've always.
You're like the Incredible Hulk. You're always angry, and that's your secret? That's crazy. That was unbelievable.
There was a rapper. There was a hip hop guy recently.
Holy shit.
I thought Taylor just played something.
Yeah, that
over
was
the PA or
unreal.
something.
What is the condition?
Yeah, please.
Badass motherfucker-itis? God damn, dude. Holy shit.
This ties in to like all things Touche.
Okay.
I can't talk louder than this. Like I just can't. Like my
In-
voice breaks up,
Okay.
but I yell in Touche.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, that's that. So
Uh-huh.
it's two different things. So it's called mutational falsetto. And
That's your falsetto?
No, my talking voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
So you're talking in a falsetto.
My talking voice is this, and it's like curable.
Oh.
You if you read about
Don't you
it.
dare cure that.
No.
You are not in need
Is
of
there
cure.
is there a need to cure it other than
You are Wolverine.
convenience?
So when you read about it, it's basically like. So if we can get personal.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
personal as you want.
I feel comfortable here. This is HardLore, so it's lore. And I thought about talking about this too because you guys have a great platform, and I think I've historically gotten really frustrated by the amount of people who just think I'm bad at my job, you know, or just like, oh, that guy can't do this or something like that.
Which is insane. Like, you've sounded this way from the day I met you.
Totally.
And you are the singer of a coveted band, a genre-leading band, and you have a fucking podcast, you know?
Right, yeah.
And the podcast for me was my way of kind of confronting because this is the thing I'm like absolutely most self-conscious about. Like,
really?
100%. Like the amount of times in my life when I meet somebody for the first time and they'll be like, can I get you some tea? That type of thing.
Sure.
It's just like, it's just always been something that I'm like super, it's why I don't like being in loud environments, like
you
going to a
can't
bar because I can't project.
I know
And,
exactly.
it's that sort of a thing. So I get really stressed out about it. And so I was a late bloomer, and I think having all my friends mature faster than me made me then nervous about my voice then changing.
Sure.
So without me realizing it, it kind of like stuck me in this place where I mentally just like I refused. This is what I've learned about reading about it. It's kind of like you refuse to like let it all happen naturally, even though your body completely changes in every other way.
Ballerina.
Yeah, so it's just that's at least what I've learned from it. But like you can, if you read, it's like, oh, this is something that is curable through going to basically like voice therapy.
Holy shit.
Because what I just did for you guys was like the lowest version of it.
That was crazy. I'm still.
Yeah, I mean, I can talk. It can get really low down there.
Did
but
you know
I
about this, Erica?
But this is probably what my voice would be, which is like a little bit of a mid
little bit
register.
of a mix.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is crazy. How many people know about this?
Probably. So this is interesting. It used to be my party trick on tour with bands that like I become close with.
Of course, yeah.
It's like not something that I talk about.
Sure.
My family didn't really even know I could do it. I don't know that we never talked about it. So for me, it was like a fun party trich.
Yeah.
And it was always called Secret Voice. Wow.
Jeremy, do the secret voice.
Yeah.
Right.
But I've also been very protective of it, where like if you and I were on tour together and I did it for you and you thought it was a riot,
Don't tell anyone.
and then we're at a show a year later and you go up and you're like, yo, do I would never.
Wow.
It's like,
You hear
You gotta
that?
earn
yeah.
it.
Don't do that.
So that's also why it's like, here
Yeah.
it's like, because I think a part of me wanting to potentially talk about it was maybe put to rest the amount of people who just don't understand what's wrong with me, you know?
Nothing wrong with it.
And the amount of, people in my life, whether friends, lovers, whatever, who are just like, you're you.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You're good. Like, my girlfriend right now is like, I would have never thought twice about how you sound.
No, dude. You know what's
Which is nice to hear, but my brain's it's hard for my brain not to be like, what do you like? I don't believe you, because it's the thing that I'm like most self-conscious of.
You know what's this is not about your voice, but just you in general.
Yeah.
Is like we'll tell people like what episodes we have coming up,
We did this 6 times today.
and it'll be like the chorest hardcore people imaginable.
Yeah.
Beat down guys, and we'll be like, yeah, we got this coming up. We got Jeremy Bolm coming up. They'll be like, yeah, Jeremy's sick. Like no matter who it is.
Like literally multiple people today. We were Super Bowls today. So we were at a Super Bowl party. Multiple people today were like, great guy. What a
Yeah.
guy.
God, Jeremy's awesome.
So it don't matter what you sound like.
Yeah.
And nobody
matters.
said crazy voice. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody said great guy.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. And, I mentioned being nervous for this. Like, I think that was lingering in my head. And also, as I've gotten older, the more nervous I get, I feel my voice break up a lot more.
Oh.
So there's
mental.
also that. It's all mental.
all
exactly.
mental,
You and I, maybe you've talked about this where, like, someone once explained to me losing your voice is mental, which is, I kind of believe it. Because, for instance,
You have like a monk-like practice, though, where you're doing this thing
yeah.
that your control of your voice is kind of
Does
more
it hurt
mental.
you to do the secret voice?
Not at all.
It's a choice, not.
It's a choice. And I've met...
You're so awesome.
Which
So-
one is the secret voice, by the way?
The deep one.
The deep one is the
The
secret.
abyss.
Just being able to do that.
The one he summons is the secret
that's-
voice.
Yeah. So like...
I didn't know if that was the secret or if the secret was
Yeah.
that he's using a
Oh, yeah. No.
There was a rapper, a hip hop artist recently I saw on
Yeah.
YouTube shorts in my algorithm who he does the same thing.
Okay.
He speaks in a very high pitched voice.
Yeah. But sings in a different...
No, not even his singing voice. And people would ask him about it, he'd be like, because, and he would go into the other voice, his secret voice.
Oh,
I
interesting.
I'm sure somebody will comment and let us
Yeah.
know who it is. I can't remember who it is, but
I've met
That's crazy.
2 people in my life now.
really?
Yeah. It's not my place to
course,
say,
of
to
course,
say
of course.
but one plays in a band within our world
Wow.
a bit. And he was the first person to talk to me about it. And
Did he clock it? Or
Yeah.
did he know?
Yeah, he the first time we met, he said, "You got the big boy voice, don't you?"
This is a secret society.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
A secret voice society.
And
Yeah.
and it kind of fucked me up a bit, and I do feel some guilt there because I think he was looking for comfort, and I kind of was like, I didn't know it was a thing. Like, to find out that this thing that I just thought was my shit was like a condition
Yeah.
is what kind of fucked me up.
Was there any comfort in that?
I don't think so because I guess just to kind of find out that it's like, oh, it's like a medical condition.
Yeah, but it's like the coolest medical condition. of all time.
But it's funny. It's so playing shows, touring and stuff like that. I can yell all day,
Yeah.
but my talking voice can get fucked up
Yeah.
Yes.
from doing that. So like, I can still go do my job, but it gets harder to like communicate. And then when I'm on the road and it's like, hey, you have 2 interviews today. I'm just like, great, because all the comments are gonna be, this guy can't fucking do his shit. And it's just like, and I know you're not supposed to read the comments and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but
don't
after
do
a
it.
while, it fucking, it eats at you.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
tell me about your first band ever.
So the first band was called Victim of Atrocity.
Aren't we all?
Hardest name for a bunch of white kids
Yeah.
from Burbank,
Burbank,
California.
yeah.
It's a really hard name.
Yeah.
Wow, that's an Earth Crisis song title.
Yeah. It was so bad. I sang and played a standard tune guitar that I guarantee you was not in tune. And it was like, but we were like playing like blind and standard.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So,
sick. Yeah.
Just awful. We played a talent show. That was like the first time ever getting up on stage and doing that. I was wearing an Adidas jumpsuit. My 2 band members were dressed like Marilyn Manson. So
Which era?
of Manson,
Yeah.
like Antichrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rib with the one with the ribs. After the ribs.
Yeah.
Now, forgive me for asking.
Sure.
Did you or have you ever sang in the secret voice?
That's what
In like an aggressive way? You know what I mean?
that's literally what Touche
That's-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like anytime it's just like, hey!
Oh,
It's like- it's
I'm
all
sorry.
that.
I meant like a low.
Here we are. Yeah. Barry Gibb.
So, I mean, if someone was to listen to like the songs in Touche where I'm actually singing, you can be like, I've heard plenty of people be like, is that you?
Different voice. I
Kind of
see,
a thing.
I see. Okay.
Benediction.
Like something like that.
Who's that guy? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Aha.
It's been him the whole time.
It's been me the whole time.
So, okay, Victim of
Okay.
Atrocity.
Yeah, Victim of Atrocity, yeah.
Now,
I know where you want
your
this to
first
go.
is your first real band.
Yes.
Cut to the chase.
Okay, so Victim of Atrocity is where I get my, like, I play guitar, like,
Yeah.
this is whatever. And then get to high school, meet a gentleman named Zach, who he and I find straight edge at the same time, become straight edge together. We decide we should start a band. So we do, and at first it's extremely new metal. We're like a very new metal band, even had a DJ at some point.
Wow.
He had a lot of bands with DJs, that Zach.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And so that band was called Stricken.
Here we go, baby.
Yeah. So it was originally called Denounce.
Okay. Sick name.
And
All
then,
good names so
I know.
far.
and then became Stricken. I think even Shrapnel was in there at some point, which like,
Dude,
yeah.
hard.
These are all hard names.
Yeah.
I'm
So
with it.
Stricken,
yeah.
to my knowledge, is like the godfathers of the combining breakdowns and like electronic dance parts genre.
Yeah, our joke for the longest time was like, we were the Fugazi of the worst shit that came
100%,
later in
dude.
life.
You like
Yeah.
Broken Side. Look,
Yes.
you are Ian Mackay to Blood on the Dance Floor.
100%.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but also,
And I was in the pit, dude.
You saw Stricken?
Shaking my ass,
oh,
kicking my spins. I'll tell you what.
I mean, it's funny because if you were to like walk into that room now and
Yeah.
watch it, it was probably a much smaller situation. But to us at that time, it was like those Cobalt shows got pretty packed.
Yeah.
And it was like a bunch of bands kind of doing beatdowny sort of stuff. And then we would go up there. And
But
You
then it'd be
saw
like
Stricken at the Cobalt Cafe.
a ton.
we were the house band.
Yeah.
It's like
This is fascinating. I had no
And-
idea. He
Oh,
told me I would
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah. And like, so we would have people swinging on each other, and then all of a sudden, all the girls would come in and just start dancing like crazy.
It was crazy.
And then they
like
would meet. They would leave, and then
Club dance?
Yeah.
Yes.
They had actual
No,
dance.
I understand. I just didn't know if it
and
was
then
like,
they would clear out, and then the moshers would come back.
like Adult Swim. or
And
something.
like, listen, in my mind, it's packed.
Yeah, yeah. And mine too.
I imagine the density was lower than we're used to now, and that's why there was plenty of room for
Yeah, yeah.
for all
For shenanigans.
to do whatever kind of dancing they're preferring. But my God, and like so Zach from the singer of Stricken was one of the singers of Fight Everyone. So when Fight Everyone started, it was like, you got the Stricken guy.
Yeah, it was. So, what was fun about that band, and continued to be fun as we then changed our name to Thriller, and got a different singer. Zach left to eventually be in Fight Everyone. We got a gentleman named Kevin.
Michael.
we actually, we like made all that dance music ourselves. Like you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? In the sense
Yeah.
of like it was all pedals and like we didn't have keyboards or anything like that. It was all like
Was it a drum machine? Programmed drums?
no.
The drummer would play.
Yeah, we just literally went into the parts.
Practical effects.
Yeah,
Wow.
practical effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 'cause we
Movie
didn't-
magic, baby. Burbank. That's how we do it, dude. Stricken. dude.
Wow.
Go
Yeah.
back and listen to Stricken.
Don't.
Crazy.
And now let me ask you, where are you getting as Stricken?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Where are you getting that? Like, where's the inspiration for that?
Brian, the dude who played bass in the band, is Brian Grover. He's the one who ended up being in Horse the Band.
Okay.
He and I had this vision of being like, yo, let's combine like, yeah, the metalcore of the day. We love
Yeah.
Converge, Zayo, fucking Earth Crisis, any of that sort of stuff. Breakdowny stuff. We also love The Faint. And we were like, if we can just combine The Faint with this, we will be extremely unique in what we're doing.
It's the scientists in the lab not considering whether or not they should.
Right.
It's
100%.
They can.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
You know,
Yeah,
the vial spilled and a gremlin was born.
truthfully. And like, I haven't listened to those songs in definitely 20 plus years, but like, it's definition partcore. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
every song is 5.5 minutes long. You're like, what are we doing? It's just part to part to part.
So how does this all? Because Thriller's kind of right before Touché Amoré. It was like a year difference.
Really? Yeah. What
It was
what
like,
time are we talking about?
I think Thriller, because Thriller was my first real touring experience, like playing in bands, like not doing merch kind of a thing. And that was the most important, like, boot camp situation of
Yeah.
all time. I mean, it was the classic tale of like booking tours through MySpace kind of a thing. We historically did not play a major city where, you know, you talk to someone and they're like, oh shit, dude, you're coming to Oregon? Where's your show in Portland? You're like, nah, brother,
Salem.
Eugene. Yeah.
Eugene,
Like, oh, you guys are playing Boise? Nah, man, Twin Falls. You know, like
Sleeping on the floors of the showgoers.
showing up, shows not happening. Like just
All the
everything that
classics.
could have gone wrong, but also the classic, all of my best stories
Yeah, of
are
course.
from that. And
Truly the salad days, like the times that you don't think are that great that are just priceless.
And most importantly, we had no business touring. No, like we weren't on a label. We just thought we should because of the amount of like plays we had on MySpace. That's how that was.
You were
determined.
huge in Santa Clarita.
we could crush it at
Right near Magic Mountain, you
Yeah.
guys were one of the biggest bands.
yeah, tour out to maybe Thousand Oaks to play Kung Fu Corner.
Maybe.
Maybe. But yeah, if we tried to play LA proper, like if we tried to play like The Smell, no one's going to that.
No. I might have seen you at like the Knitting Factory or something, but I for sure I think I saw Thriller in like Newhall.
Yeah,
Some real Newhall HC
totally.
type,
Yeah. There was that venue that was out there for a minute.
which was sick.
Yeah. Like one of Touché's first shows was there. And it was us, Trash Talk, Trapped Under Ice. Trapped Under Ice's
Great
first.
show.
Yeah, Internal Affairs.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, we were first of 9.
Thriller?
No.
Touche.
This was Touche.
Yeah,
Okay,
early
we
Touche.
moved in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's talk about the beginning of Touché Amoré.
Okay.
How do you meet Nick, Clayton? Who else was in the band at the time?
At that time, a gentleman named Tyson,
Okay.
original guitar player, and a gentleman named Z, who played drums originally. Jeremy Zupnik, his name was Jeremy, but he went by Z. Yeah, and Nick played bass, didn't play guitar. So Clayton was on guitar, Tyson was on guitar, me vocals, Z on drums. It was a fun situation because, so I had left Thriller. It was just very clear that it was time to go, kind of a situation. And it's kind of fun. We toured with a band called I Am the Ocean. They were from Salt Lake City. And the most like road dog band of all time. We're like literally like a week before this tour we were gonna do together was starting. Their singer couldn't go anymore. They're like, we'll still do it. And they just played instrumental. They said, fuck it. Just like that much loving being on the road kind of guys. To them, they were like, if there are 6 people there, it's a good show. Like that was their mentality. Just true
Bless 'em.
heads, right?
Different time, you know?
So when they didn't have a singer, they had one song that was like super short and very aggressive. And I was like, can I try singing it? And there's a video of it somewhere. I just felt exhilarated doing it. And I think hearing that voice come out, all of that sort of stuff, which I didn't know would happen, I was just like, I'm just gonna yell and see what happens. It gave me just like this sort of rush and excitement. So I wanted to just sort of chase that. So I left Thriller, and then within 4 months, I probably put Touche together.
It was very fast.
Yeah, so I met our original guitar player, Tyson, at a party, and we had a funny connection where like he and I both had girlfriends, long distance girlfriends that lived in Louisiana at one point.
Oh, wow.
And they were once best friends, and then once we started dating, they weren't friends anymore. So I would always hear about Tyson, and he would always hear about me, but we never met, right?
And it was like, holy shit, you're the guy.
And one night I'm at a party, and like a little small get together, and I'm in a standing circle, and I hear that this guy's name is Tyson, and I just said, "Are you Tyson White?" And he goes, "Are you Jeremy Bolm?" And I said, "Do you want to go talk about Louisiana on the front porch?"
Holy shit.
And we went out there and just instantly became friends. Just like one of the fastest friendships of my life. Wow. And so we'd get around to hanging out all the time, and he would just kind of mess around on this acoustic that was laying around his house, and he would play these really like dissonant, like just uncomfortably melodic chords all the time. And I'm like, what is that? And he had never played guitar out of an amp before, never been in a band, nothing. And I was like, we should start a band. So he used all of my stuff from Thriller.
Wow.
When the band started, I was just I used to have to set up his amp like the whole nine. And Nick's best friend, this man named Dewey. I don't know if you ever knew
think I knew Dewey.
but he played in a band with Dewey called Tiptoe Charlies, which was a
Tiptoe
big
Charlies.
Cobalt
Big
band. So I
They're
went
right next to the sheds all the time.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, yeah. So I hit up Dewey to play bass.
Okay.
And Nick said, there's no way Dewey's going to that. I'll do it. So Nick grabbed his bass and came to band practice.
Wow.
So that's how Nick joined. Z was just someone who played. Daniel Poliat, who I mentioned, is still to this day like one of the most incredible drummers of all time. He has a swagger to him, which is just like undeniable. Z was basically the baby version of Daniel because he learned everything there is to know about drums from Daniel. So we were like, we can't get Daniel. Let's get Z.
Yeah. Okay.
So like the drumming difference on like Dead Horse and the demo, wildly different
big time.
from Elliot. Elliot brought just like insane energy to him, and like you could tell like a kid who listens to like Charles Bronson
Big time.
and all that sort of
He's
stuff.
blasting like there's no tomorrow.
Absolutely. So like
Shredder.
and then Clayton was the last one to join, but what was cool is like not everybody knew each other. It was kind of like getting a bunch of almost kind of strangers in a room to be like, let's see what comes out.
The real world.
Yeah. What's that?
It's like the real
It's
world.
like the real world. Yeah.
I don't really know anybody else in the band except for Clayton,
Yeah.
who is unbelievable.
He's great.
Can't believe Clayton.
Yeah.
Pardon this interruption. Before we get back to this long-awaited episode with my good friend Jeremy Bolm, we got to talk to you about two real quick things that made this episode possible.
That's right, we do. What do we have first?
Well, first off, there's something that makes every day possible for us, Bo. And that is AG1.
You're absolutely right, Colin. Tell the people how we both start both of our days every single day.
One little scoop of this beautiful green powder that now comes in multiple flavors, all of which you can sample for free if you order the welcome kit at drinkag1.com/hardlore. We never had a winter slump because we've been drinking AG1 this whole time. AG1 is a daily health drink clinically shown to support gut health and fill in common nutritional gaps. With more than 75 ingredients, including 5 clinically studied probiotic strains, AG1 completely replaces the need for a daily multivitamin, probiotics, and more.
That's right. It eliminates the need to juggle various pills and supplements and all this stuff. You just got one little packet about this size. How do we take it, Colin?
One little scoop, cold water, done. Shake it up, suck it down, done. Energy, immune health, gut health. And boy, did we need better gut health before AG1 walked in and sprinkled green all over our lives. Drinkag1.com/hardlore. Right now, you're going to get the free welcome kit, including the canister, the bottle, a year's supply of vitamin D and K drops, and again, the flavor sampler. Check it out. Let us know. Live a better life. This episode is also brought to you by Louder Than Life Festival, the biggest rock, metal, hardcore, punk music festival in the world ever, maybe?
Yeah, we were talking about it right before we started shooting, and this is a crazy lineup. You got Danzig, you got Megadeth, you got My Chem, you got Sublime, you got Tool, you got Danny Elfman.
It sounds made up.
Yes, it sounds like one of those draft.
Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, Anthrax, Twitching Tongues, Blood for Blood, Agnostic Front, Madball, Tsunami, Angel Dust, Haywire. If you listen to the show, there's like 30 bands you'll probably want to see. And hey, we'll be there the whole time. So go to louderthanlifefestival.com, pick up a weekend pass, pick up a camping pass. You can camp there.
They got all kinds of stuff. They have vendors and food. They have roller coasters.
What?
Yeah, because it was in Kentucky Kingdom, which is like kind of their Six Flags. So there's all kinds of stuff to do there.
I'll be riding. Unless I say more, I'll be riding. Okay. So go to louderthanlifefestival.com. Join us there. Go see your whole iPod classic in one lineup for the first time ever.
That's right. It is September 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th of 2026. Later this year. We can't wait.
My birthday's the next day, so get a pass and then bring me something. Back to the episode. Okay, so tell me about putting this demo together.
Okay.
The TA record is just called now, right?
Just like listed as like self-titled
Yeah.
or something like that. Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, for the longest time, and honestly, still to this day, our goals as a band kind of are the same, which is put out as many cool things on vinyl as possible, play as many cool shows as possible. That was the only things we cared about.
I love it.
Nick having a huge art background was so instrumental and continues to be instrumental. He was going to Cal Arts at the time, ended up graduating. He's had an insanely amazing career, and it just gets crazier and crazier every day.
Well, do you think the Sunbather art was like the turning point for him? I think that was when I was like, yeah, I became wildly
But like
aware.
at that point, he'd already done covers for like Britney Spears
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
Pink and
shit.
Katy Perry, and you know, it's like, so he was already, but he was working under a company at that point. He hadn't gone fully independent, but I think within our world. But I mean, like that Sunbather cover ended up like getting like on the Apple iPhone thing, like.
It was on the front door. It was on the window of the store.
Yeah. So like he also going to Cal Arts at the time had all this cool stuff at his disposal, like screen printing rooms and all sorts of stuff. So he and I just kind of clicked pretty quickly about that stuff. So like the Touche demo originally came in like a DVD case that is all silkscreen, like full booklet, like the whole, like this whole insane thing. And like I said, like vinyl was always the goal. I knew Chris Hansen, who ran
Dateline NBC.
Dateline NBC. I was like, there's no way to say that name without that joke coming directly after.
And especially if you pause.
Yeah.
You made me do it.
I made you do it. He ran No Sleep Records.
Oh, yeah.
And he was working, I knew him because he worked at Revelation. He like worked in the warehouse at Rev. And I knew he started this label. It was super new at the time. And I kind of was like, I bet that guy will pay for it. Kind of a deal. So, and he was always nice enough. So I hit up Chris and was like, hey man, I got this band. Would you maybe put this out? And he was like, yeah, I'm down. And at that same time, he had just put out the first La Dispute CD and like also like the Wonder Years, like a CD for the Wonder Years or something like that. So he was starting to like get stuff that would eventually make his label much bigger and everything else. But he only ended up doing a couple 7 inches with us, like splits and stuff like that. Like we did a lot of speed split. And I think that might actually be it with him. Oh, and a casket lottery split. But I mean, once that happened, it was just kind of, we were off and running with wanting to put out.
Yeah,
more
man.
stuff.
It seems like you kind of figured out who you were right away. Like Honest Sleep is on the demo.
Yeah.
And like you're still playing that, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
You have to.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Thankfully we don't hate the song.
No, it's great.
that's
Like
fortunate.
You know? And it's like it doesn't not fit with what you're doing today.
Yeah.
And that's hard to say for a lot of bands.
It's so funny. It's like there's got, when Harm's Way, were you original Harm's Way? Original member, right? When you guys started, are there things in the early catalog that you're like, oh, that's so clearly, we were directly ripping this thing off?
Yeah, we played 4 of them last night.
They did. It was awesome.
Yeah, of course. Because you don't even expect people to hear it.
Ever hear it?
Let alone
Yes.
know where you're getting it from.
There are things I can, like in some of those early songs that I go, yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that. It's like we, a show that we played the other year was, we got to play with Page 99, which is like one of the biggest influences to our band or whatever. But in Honest Sleep, the whole last part is the biggest Page 99 song. And I just yelled out, I was like, we took this from Page 99. Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? It's like so clearly us trying to do a part like that.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening to Honest Sleep also is Converge. Bam, 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 take a little down, down.
Oh,
It's
wow.
From fucking, it's off You Feel Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, we were just kind of playing stuff that we liked, but we weren't, you hear it later and you're like, oh, shit.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah, dude. We must wear what we love on our sleeves.
Absolutely.
Because then when people discover
Yeah.
that, they go back and they find things,
Yeah.
and it leads to.
Jake's been able to make a bunch of money on
Exactly. In many ways.
this. Anyways.
To the Beat of a Dead Horse.
Yeah.
Debut LP.
Yeah.
fully realized version of the band. I mean, the last record you've done, there's some changes. You know, you've experimented, you've grown, but like you're Touché Amoré here, first LP,
Yeah.
What year is this?
2009.
2009.
9.
This is when I learned all of these songs and the first record because we talked about me being in the band.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened with that.
I think you found Elliot.
Oh.
I think it was I remember it was right before Sound and Fury 2009.
Yeah.
I was about to graduate high school. I was 17. And it was like, you were like, just learn. Here's our demo. Here's our new thing. You sent it to me early.
Yeah.
Learn this. And like, I don't let us know if you want to do it. And I think Elliot was just like right then. And like, he's so the guy, you know?
There's a great video of us playing Cali Uber Alice where you sing the Jeff Rickley part. Do we have
Part's
a clip?
awesome.
Do we have a clip?
We do have a clip.
yeah.
Here it is.
Wow. I can't believe that was you.
That part rules.
So skinny, so little. Back
I know,
then.
I was
Wow.
so very skinny.
Dude,
that song
I think
rules.
it's still on the internet.
It is, for sure.
So I don't know how much we would have maybe talked about it, but the band had broken up.
Oh.
That's not, it's like we've talked about it a little bit here and there. I think maybe when we were doing the anniversary Dead Horse stuff, maybe we talked a little bit more about it. But Z wanted to quit. Z quit. And if you look at even the liner notes on Dead Horse, it's the four of us, and then it says drums on this album by Jeremy. Because he was like, I don't want to be in this anymore.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm out.
I checked on Discogs today, and there's no credit for drums.
So we were like, fuck. In our mindset, we were just like, well, he's such an important part of this band. We
Sure.
can't be a band without him. And then we were like, well, we wrote all these songs we like. Let's at least just go record them so we have them. That was the mindset. We didn't have a record deal, nothing. So we were like, let's just go record them. And then this, I think, is who I am at my core, where I was like, well, I should probably... I mean, if I have the ability to get some cool people to sing on this too.
Oh, yeah.
So I asked Jeff Rickley from Thursday, who's like, you know, an older brother to me in so many ways.
And the part rules.
And then also Jeff Eaton from Modern Life is War had just moved to California. I'd seen him at shows, didn't know him, kind of befriended him, and then just sent him a message. I was like, would you sing on my dumb band's thing? And he was like, sure. And he showed up, and his first time raising his voice since the last Modern Life is War show was like in that room, and just being able to witness that and be like, this is fucking sick. So,
Shame the band's breaking up, but thanks for doing it.
Totally. And then, but it was Jeff Eaton who said, wait, so you guys are breaking up? And we're like, why? And he's like, and we told him, and he goes, fucking get another drummer.
Yeah.
It was like as if we never considered it. We're like, maybe truthfully. So we had a couple fill-ins, and we had two different people played short West Coast tours. But then, and so what happened, which I'm sure when we talked was, I was at a barbecue at 6131, who ended up putting out the first record. Also, just fun, small world situation. So the singer of Taken, Ray Harkins, who does 100 Words or Less podcast, his roommate, Joey Cahill, who runs 613 Records, he and I get extremely close, and he's the one who I was like, hey, I guess we're going to stay together. Would you put this out? And he was like, yeah.
Love
Wow.
it. He's
So-
incredible.
Wow.
Nicest guy.
Great guy.
So,
What Want to Hear It Records?
Want to Hear It Records.
Wanna Hear It Records?
Watertown, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Check it
yeah.
out.
Hell yeah.
Great store. Never
Great.
been.
It's
Love
a great
the,
story.
Would
love
love
the
to go.
Instagram.
Great Instagram. Yeah, that's right.
Check it out.
So, at a barbecue at 6131, our drummer, who's supposed to be filling in for where we get an offer to go on tour, opening for Thursday.
Oh.
First of four. Great. $150 a night. Let's
Hey.
go.
2009, 10, that's some good money.
That's some good money.
That was Union Standard.
Yeah.
That was-
Straight up.
Yeah. Has that been talked about on this show?
Oh, yeah.
How no money existed until like 6 years ago.
But no one also complained.
Yeah.
Our first
Everyone
real
was like-
tour was 1 of 4 for Acacia Stream. We got $150 a night for 5 weeks. It's absolutely right.
And we were happy to
Oh
be
yeah,
here.
dude. And then
So-
when you break 100 in merch, it's like we did.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was the true milestone.
Yeah.
It was like $120?
Cracked it. Dude.
I have a rant I'm going to go on in a second about shirt prices.
Absolutely. I would love to talk about that.
So we get this offer to open for Thursday, and then we book an entire U.S. tour because we're only on Seattle, I believe Seattle or like Portland down to Houston.
Sure.
And then we're like, let's just do the whole rest of the U.S.
Finish the loop.
I book it on the Bridge 9 board.
Fuck yeah.
So I literally put up the dates that who can help me out and got the whole thing booked on the B9 board.
Wow.
So we're like, fuck, our drummer can't do it. All of a sudden, he got in trouble. We're like, we can't, fuck, he can't do this tour. I'm at a barbecue. Sam Bosson is there.
One of the greats.
Probably friend of the show.
One of the greats. Friend of the show.
yeah.
Friend to all, really.
Yeah, friend to all. He was in Trash Talk at the time. He also filled in for us last year, which was amazing to have happen.
Legend.
So I was like, do you know anybody who plays drums? And he goes, calls Elliot. He and Elliot, friends from the Aquabats message board days.
Whoa.
Yeah, and Elliot drops out of college, learns our songs on the drive down, comes to practice, plays them 8 times faster. We say, this is the fucking
This
guy.
is the guy. Yeah.
Mac just went, fuck you.
Yeah. And my God, dude, is he the guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you tell me the Elliot Terminator 2 lore?
Yeah. Is this where we reveal the Nepo baby aspect of it?
If you want. Yeah, I mean,
no.
obviously he's gained nothing from that in music whatsoever.
No,
He's not better at drumming because of James Cameron, you know?
Elliot has the coolest parents because Elliot's dad, Paul Babin Sr., Elliot's real name is Paul, but he just goes by Elliot.
I don't know him, so I'm learning it all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know his name
Paul,
was Elliot.
Paul Babin Sr. voted People Magazine's sexiest cameraman.
Is that true?
Oh, hell
It's
yeah.
true.
Very nice.
He was a camera operator on Terminator 2. And Elliot was pretty new to the world at that point.
Brand
And
new baby.
And there's like the scene where they're shooting on the overpass. Sorry, in the what do you call it?
Over
The
the
LA
basin?
River?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they literally had the helicopter filming go under it. And Elliot's dad was like, I gotta do porn. I literally can't do this. And James Cameron said, I'll do it. Grabbed the camera and did it. Legend.
And like it's legendary in movies that James Cameron shot that himself. And he did it because of Elliot.
Yeah. Isn't that sick?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who was the pilot?
James Cameron. He's like this.
So, but it's if you look at his dad's IMDb, he's got so many bangers.
Wow.
Like so many bangers. And he's worked with it's funny, there's a few worked with some of the most masterful directors, but on that movie?
Yeah, sure,
Like
yeah.
he did Francis Ford Coppola on Jack.
Ah.
You know?
Jack's pretty good.
Which Elliot is in.
Hey!
You see, and there's like a scene in a doctor's office, and he got to be an extra. He's just like, it's like in a pediatrician's office or something like that. But
What are your thoughts on
Magnolia?
t-shirt prices?
Yeah.
okay, t-shirt prices.
Talk about it.
Follow me here.
Yeah, I'm
The arc of a hardcore band can be measured in the prices of their t-shirts. When you start, $8 or $10.
Now?
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when you start as a band,
Okay.
$8 or $10, right? They're probably rolled with masking
Oh,
tape.
for fucking
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
right.
printed on.
roll!
They're printed on the worst blanks,
The worst blanks,
single-sided,
the thickest-
single color.
black shirt,
Yeah.
Stack them.
the thickest white ink of your life.
Oh.
Yeah, right. But still,
Yeah.
you're new.
need 'em.
This is what you're doing.
You need 'em.
Right? Eventually, you're like, I think we got to do 12, guys. I think we got to do 12. So you start selling for $12, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're at the counter and you're like, or you're dealing with it and you're like, fuck, man, ones.
Singles.
It sucks. And it's like before anyone would tip you anyway. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
those tips are going away. You know,
Yeah.
you're just dealing with that. And then eventually you're about 4 years in, and you're like,
Gotta
I
chip.
think we can do 15. Come on. We're doing multiple colors now. Let's do
Bump it up.
15.
Yeah.
Should we do 15? Let's do 15. And then you're doing 15. And you're like feeling maybe a little guilty about it. That punk guilt is starting
Yeah.
to be like, dude, $15 t-shirts, right? And then you start going on tour, and you have to all of a sudden price match or gas. You're like, fuck, are we doing $20 t-shirts, guys?
We really are.
Guess we're doing $20 t-shirts. And eventually here we are now, 30, something like that, right?
Here's the thing, dude.
Here's the phenomenon.
Tell me.
The consumer, the people who want to support you, have never batted an eye since the beginning.
And that is a miracle. But you know who has made my eyes bat is printers the print cost of printing
Oh, sure.
is astronomically higher. You
Absolutely.
could charge $10 for a shirt because it was $2, $3, $4 to make.
But still, even when shirts were $7, we were definitely still selling them for 10.
Yeah, and that's
You know?
like
and it's the punk rock guilt
Sure,
of
yeah.
being like, I know what this costs and we can't charge that much kind of a thing. But so many of us have discounted. People just really want to support your
yeah,
band.
for sure.
You know, they're happy to
Yeah.
pay it. They're happy to pay it.
And then but like now a shirt selling for $30 now
yeah.
is probably the equivalent to a 2009 shirt being $10.
Or legitimately like 12 to 15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
they were
legitimately.
Like
it's
15 probably.
they were $5 to print, and
Yeah.
we sold them for 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's that like
Hellfish, baby.
oh Lord, my God,
Well, now too,
a hat that Hellfish made.
the other thing is back then the blank no one cared about.
No.
None of us thought twice.
All style came and
Yeah.
and changed
Gildan
the conversation.
hammer. Yeah.
Gildan,
Oh, yeah.
Gildan heavy, Gildan cotton,
I would have taken it all.
Bella canvas. You know,
Yeah.
like nobody
Bella
gave a
canvas
shit
was
about.
rough.
Was it Tulex? That one too.
Toltecs?
Was it
Toltex.
Toltex?
I tried to like that for a second.
No one gave, but we didn't give a shit. It
No.
was just, oh, this one's weird.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
now, the comfort colors are the most expensive
Running
blank.
the game.
Yeah, and everybody won't buy it unless it's on it.
So
Yep.
we kind of created a monster.
We did. Yeah, it's all our fault.
Sorry for the divergence.
No,
there.
no, I
No,
loved
no,
it.
this is we like
the
that.
people need to hear it. But and it is fair, but and I don't blame printers because this stuff costs money and they have a lot of employees.
Yeah,
It's
labor costs, everything
it's
costs.
a business.
Shipping
It is-
costs, everything.
You
Out of
can't
control.
buy, you can't order one thing of black ink. You got to
Right.
get them in bulk. There's all kinds of shit.
And you get what you pay for. You
Yeah.
know, you want a printer to go above and beyond, you gotta rock it up a little. So on to the beat of a dead horse. There's a lyric that I wonder
Okay.
if, let's just get to it. And I'm sure you're. I'll go to Morrissey to answer my questions because Ian Curtis has left me hanging.
Yeah.
I would say Morrissey's left you hanging as well
Yeah.
as a guy.
So, starting around 20, I don't know. I don't want someone to check a YouTube video.
Don't worry
I
about it.
inevitably was like, I'm changing these lyrics. And we re-recorded the record. I changed the lyrics on that.
Aha.
Who'd you change it to?
I'll go to L. Cohen to answer interruptions. And then I say,
Couple tracks.
because Ian
Alright,
Curtis has died. Because I was like, it's kind of a shitty thing to say about. It's
Left you hanging.
kind of like,
I see.
yeah, like when you're in 2008. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking clever. Look how clever I am.
It is clever.
It's sure,
yeah.
but I was like, I think as you get older, you
Oh,
deal
yeah.
with a lot of friends, and you lose your friends. You're just like, it's not probably something to make a joke about.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I've softened.
And look, Morrissey may be politically, personally, all the leaves, spiritually like the worst guy ever.
yeah.
Couple tracks.
No less than 1,000 bangers.
Oh my God, yeah. 100%.
It's a deep shame how many bangers he has.
Yeah, I just don't know that I need him to answer.
No, you
anything
don't.
for me.
No.
No.
The,
So
the-
that's
the
why-
questions have been answered, and
they're bad.
and we're not
Yeah,
interested.
yeah,
in the
and
answer.
I don't know how many people realize that song title is a Smiths reference.
What's the title?
And now it's happening in mine. Yeah.
You're awesome. Morrissey, not so much. Tell me about the decision to document every Touché Amoré show. You're the only person I know who's done that.
So when I talk about my relationship with Steinhardt, is that one of the things we very much bond on is like wanting to archive everything. So we even put out like an art book a couple of years back where it has every shirt we've ever printed in there.
That's so cool.
It has, yeah. So we always kept a list of every single show we've ever played. And yeah, I still update it on the website to this day. And
Call that foresight.
And-
lore sight.
And also been updating and working on now. We even have like a discography page on our website, which shows all the variants, all the breakdowns, like the matrix numbers, the barcodes, it's real dork
Good
stuff.
shit.
But yeah,
That's a real guy who works the counter at Amoeba type thing.
yeah. I mean, there's so many. What we lack in like lots of demo recordings and like that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
I feel like we make up for in like the amount of physical art stuff,
Yeah.
where it's
Awesome.
like we have all of these things like still like laying around.
I
Yeah.
would rather have that. Tell me about re-recording the whole record in 2022. What
Yeah.
was the decision there?
It was so it's so funny where we were like, oh, so I don't know if you ever work with Alex Estrada?
No.
Okay. We recorded that record with our very dear friend Alex Estrada. I consider him a sixth member of Touche in the sense of every album we do, we record with him first. We go to him, record an entire album, and then do all the pre-pro, and then go record it elsewhere. He's so he's done so much to help me in so many ways. But we went to him and we were like, yo, we kind of want to remix and remaster that record. Do you think that's possible? And he goes, I deleted that shit like 6 months later. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't have that. I don't have that. Like, he was the guy to make your demo or album for $200.
Sure, yeah.
Wow.
You know, so like he was just recording crust punk band after beatdown band after mariachi band, like you name it. You go to Alex, he'll get you in and out within, you know, for an album in 2 days, kind of a guy. So he's like, he didn't think we were going to stick together, so he ended up having to get rid of that stuff. So we were like, well, we can't remix and remaster it. We got 2 new members that have been playing those songs for the last X amount of years. Like, let's just go do it again.
Do it.
And I can fix all my grammar,
Yeah.
which I did. Yeah.
And now Ian Curtis is just dead instead
Yep.
of hanging.
Yep. Leonard Cohen, baby.
R.I.P. man. You want it darker? Banger. R.I.P. When do you feel a shift for Touché Amoré in terms of just like audience growth?
Definitely Parting the Sea. Like 100% that record. It was, you know, we felt like it was like a lightning in a bottle sort of situation where we played Sound and Fury 2009 and we could not have felt less welcome.
Really?
In that, oh yeah. It was. This was a funny thing because I remember getting some clarity on this where it was like we played the small stage.
Yeah.
And there was no real runtime. It was just like runtime kind of a deal. We went up there. We were super rushed, and the person who was running the stage, I think we played like a quarter of our set or whatever. And he's like, "You guys are done.
Whoa.
Like, you got like wrap it up." Like, just kicked us off super.
Whoa.
Even though as soon as we started, all of a sudden,
it was nuts.
I think all of the, you know, maybe outsider kids came up and
I was
started
so
sing-
bummed I wasn't playing. I was like, damn, this guy took my spot, but he was so good.
damn. But that wasn't Elliot even. That was one of the fill-ins.
Really?
That was a guy named Alex Onyate who
I
played.
was too young.
Yeah.
In 2009 too, cross mixing
Yeah.
with heavier stuff and hardcore
Yeah.
and more adjacent stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't really happening
We were
yet.
very weird on that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Black Breath and COA on that stage after you.
After us was,
I think Retaliate played that.
Could have
year,
been.
And it was unbelievable.
I think whoever it was maybe started the set by saying whatever the fuck that was. Kind of like one of those situations. Which, respectfully, I get it.
yeah.
Sure. But it's funny getting kind of like, all right, guys, rap, whatever. It was Andy Rice. And Andy Rice ended up telling me later, he's like, yeah, that was me. Like, yeah. I just wanted to kick you guys off. I was just like, thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
But we still felt that we had a sick show.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, like
Yeah.
really just like wow, this is different. And we go to the merch table, up walks to me Trey McCarthy, says, hey, he instantly very ball busty because Dead Horse was put out by 6131, 90%, 10% put out by Collect Records, which is Jeff Rickley's label thing. So he was affiliated. His role was mostly like just kind of helping our name get out there. So I instantly also learned how ball busty Trey McCarthy is because he comes up to me and he goes, how do I get your records in my web store without dealing with famous people?
Wow.
So it's like something to that effect. And I was like, it's through 6131 kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, you guys were good. And then within, we had a moment where we were trying to decide whether we were going to do Deathwish, Bridge 9, or Equal Vision. And we went with Deathwish. But we
I
liked
have in
everybody.
my notes here, were you a Trey band or a Jake band? And you just answered it.
Trey band.
Jake band.
Jake Van.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parting
Yeah.
the sea between brightness and me. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What were the big inspirations for this record musically and personally?
So Nick has now moved to guitar, so we're bringing in Nick influence, and it's important to say that Nick is not a hardcore kid. Nick
Really?
likes AFI. He likes the Nerve Agents.
Respect.
He likes Converge. Might be it.
That's like a little bit of a hardcore kid.
I could get him into.
But he's like, he loves pop music. He loves,
Okay.
you know, like he's so. Oh, but importantly, he also likes Voice That's Fire. So a lot of the melodic guitar playing from him is AFI and Voice That's Fire.
That makes total sense, actually.
So that's where he's pulling from, which that starts to change sort of the sound altogether.
He's pulling from the two bands similar that he likes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah.
Like the Boss Baby me.
Yeah. And then so something that I think kind of also explains kind of who we are, where it was like, okay, you guys signed to Deathwish. Surely Kurt's going to do your record. Surely Jake's going to do your art. And we said, Nick's going to do our art. And we're going to go to Kansas and record this with the guy who did the Get Up Kids records.
Oh, wow.
And the Coalesce records and the Casket Lottery records. Like, we want to have that sort of like melodic Kansas sound. And we'll do that. So we did the record in like 3 days or something. I think it was 3 days. Yeah.
And what comes to mind when I bring this record up to you, emotionally?
That record to me was your classic, like, struggles of being away from home.
Okay.
Like, that's what that album is. Like, each record has, especially in retrospect, I can look at certain records. Like, Dead Horse to me was me saying, look at all these worries, concerns, stresses, depressions that I have, but I'm not doing anything about it. I'm just complaining about it, so I'm beating a dead horse. Parting the Sea was, being away from home. It's hard enough to be away from my family. I don't feel good enough. Like, I don't feel like I could put a loved one, like a girlfriend or something like that, through something like that. So like all of those sort of stresses and the depression that can come from that, all that sort of thing. So yeah, I look at that record as like a, learning to exist on the road while also loving being on the road.
Sure.
Like I'm to this day, I don't have a hard time touring. Like, I could be on, you could put me on tour for a year and I won't complain. But what I had a hard time with was what it was doing to the people who cared about
That's
it.
the hardest part.
Yeah. So it wasn't like, man, I wish I was home. It was, man, I hate that that's how I'm making people feel.
Yeah.
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 And this is also the first record you're like intentionally writing
To be an album.
To be an album.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the band's not breaking up, and we're signed to Deathwish, and we have money to do this at a crazy place wherever we want and do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And it turns into this like new defining chapter for your band.
Yeah.
Are you a lyrics first guy? Like, are you writing poetry and fitting it into music? The music informs the lyrics.
Always. Yeah. Yeah. And there was like one song in that record that I was like still writing in the like apartment above, just being like, it's the song Condolences, which, yeah, that makes sense to me that that's the one that it was. But yeah, tracking that entire record and tracking all the vocals, one song into the next one, I can hear my headache.
Isn't that the worst?
I can hear, like when I have had to listen to that record back, I'm like, oh, like I hear how much pain I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah.
So has that process changed now?
Oh yeah. Like once all of a sudden it became like, oh, I don't have to do this. All like we could split this up and divide it up or whatever. With the following record, there was a funny situation where I recorded the entire album and I did it in a way that ended up being the wrong way. Where we recorded it with a gentleman named Brad Wood. This is the Survive By. Brad Wood, absolute legend, one of the best in the world, coolest guy. Has done so many amazing records. Sunny Day Records, Far, Me Without You, so much stuff. Liz Phair, Farouk Assault, Smashing Pumpkins.
And more.
Yeah, it's insane. He's the best. But so we're getting to know each other, and he's like, yo, is there anything about your, doing vocals that you would ever want to try? And I was like, I feel like I just want to, when I hear a studio recording and then I hear myself on tour or something like that, it feels like it's totally different things. And he's like, what do you think it is? I'm like, just handheld. So I record the entire record with an SM58 and another mic strapped to the top, and it's through like this
Crazy.
No. It was through this weird head that I think if he might watch this and be like, you got this so wrong. But it was like through an amp that was used in his family's like funeral home. And that immediately to me was like,
cool. Yeah, we're doing that.
it's like, that's so my shit. Let's go.
Wow.
So then we record the record, mix the record. We get the, I send it to Trey. And I'm listening to it going, I don't know if there's clarity in my vocals. Like, I'm someone you can like usually make out every word I'm saying. I don't know that I can feel that. So I'm starting to get nervous, but no one's talking about it. I send it to Trey, and I'm like, Trey, I'm kind of concerned about the vocals. And his response was, oh, so we can talk about your vocals? So I had to go back and re-record the entire record in probably like 2 days. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
I'm so happy that I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Parting the Sea is survived by. How much does touring change for Touche at this time?
It becomes nonstop. Yeah. Nonstop. Like those, you could see, like when you look at the archive, like every year we're playing 200 shows, probably 200 plus shows, maybe. We were the band that refused to have a day off. If there was a day off on the tour, we would post on Twitter saying, whose house can we play tonight? And we would show up and play a house. Like, we just did not know how to not play a show.
Wow.
It was like, it was simultaneously the most exciting thing, and also that's gas in the tank.
100%.
Of course.
So that was always kind of the drive, didn't want to be home, just wanted to keep going.
And it's like, and I know for me that the only reason I'm taking breaks is because my voice is fucked up.
Yeah.
And you're talking about how you feel when your voice is fucked up. So respect.
In our defense, too, our sets were like 30 minutes long.
Well,
Yeah,
dude,
And 25 minutes long, you know what I'm saying? So,
it's a big one for some people.
yeah.
First Touche European tour.
Yeah.
Walk me through it. What's your first experience like?
Oh my God, it was brutal. It was, just winter,
Was it that one, or were you there before?
It was that one. It was that one.
was-
Dead Horse was.
So cold.
That was a tour where I could probably speak. It was probably the same to you because we were there at the exact same time. Where every show in like Germany, more central Northern Europe, the promoter would be like, "Oh yeah, it's snowing, so wouldn't expect a lot of people to come." Meanwhile, this is a place that boasts about having like robust public transit.
Yeah.
There's a way to get everywhere. And sure enough, it would snow and just
Nobody.
it was a rough tour.
Or there's a soccer game on.
Yeah.
Not in the winter.
And it was
I've
also,
only been during the summer.
it was also like, we were supposed to do it with a known band, and then all of a sudden it became like, oh no, you're gonna go with this band from Germany who's also gonna drive you. Lovely guys, great guys, and everything. All respect to them, but it was one of those things where it's just like everything kept changing very last minute. Yeah. So yeah, it was tough. It was a tough one. Yeah.
Do you remember any distinct German compliments you got?
Funny enough, I think I was so ready for it to happen, but also no one gave a shit about us yet. So like, there wasn't much to critique just yet.
Sure.
I do have my all-time favorite
Please.
situation, which was we got to open for Rise Against in fucking stadiums, like arenas, right? Not stadiums, arenas. And that was like one of those situations where like we have to do this, of course,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
So we're first of three in an arena, and we played. It was in Prague, and we were opening with a song called "Gravity Metaphorically," which ended up on the split 7-inch with "Pianos Become the Teeth," but it was before we had recorded it, or like it hadn't come out yet. But at that point, it was our longest song. I think it had broke 2 minutes.
Congrats.
Like one of those situations.
Finally did.
Yeah, I think it might have almost hit 3, maybe it hit 3.
Marathon.
Yeah, but it starts with like it starts with like a floor tom punk beat,
Okay.
and we're like Rise Against punk song.
Easy.
No one in this fucking arena knows who we are.
Gotta play it.
Yeah.
Let's just start with the new song, right? So we're starting the show, whatever. So I walk to the merch table. That shit was so. It's like we're playing stadiums of like 12,000 people and we're selling like €100 in merch.
Oh
you know?
my God.
Yeah, and then we're going to play in a 100-cap venue and selling like 1,200.
Crush it.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works out. But I'm at the merch table. This guy comes up, and he does one of these. He goes like looking at everything. He goes, "You played a new song tonight," and I said, "Yeah, we did, yeah." And he goes, "It was long." And I said, "Yeah, it's in fact our longest song that I think we've written at this point." And then he just keeps looking. He goes, "Wasn't good." Walked away.
One good.
So not only did he not buy anything,
Not only does he extensively know your catalog,
wasn't
he's
good.
a fan of the band.
Yeah.
And that was the one interaction with,
Yeah.
with the singer of a band he likes he'll ever have.
Yeah,
Oh my
and
God.
Alex just like to hope that he maybe bought that ticket for like, a lot.
Yeah,
To
right.
see the
Yeah, right.
first
To
of
see.
3 and just was so
Holy
disappointed
shit.
by that new song that he had to
was
come tell me
long.
about it.
Wasn't good.
Wasn't
What
good.
just wasn't good and just walked away.
Brutal, dude.
Didn't buy something. Thanks.
Any is survived by songs that you're particularly proud of? I know Harbor's like is that a set staple? Because it's a banger.
We from that record, we don't play a lot of that record. That's for us. That's the one for us where we all have it was a symptom of sort of this sophomore slump thing, even though it was our third record theoretically, but like it felt like really the follow-up record, right? And I think I fucked up by not being vocally ready. Like I was still writing almost the entire thing in the studio, out by the patio, stressing out every day, not feeling good about what I was doing. And then the guys in my band talk about it by saying that they were nervous themselves, so they were overplaying. So it's like, I think all of us were just a bit in our head. So I am always so appreciative when I'll meet someone who says, "Oh, that's my record," or something like that. Like when you hear people be like fight or debate about
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm just like, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because for us, we're just like,
That's the one you made it through.
totally.
Okay.
Yeah. But, and I'm not saying this as like some sort of bragging, right? But it was our true amazement where it was our first time that like Pitchfork covered us, and Pitchfork gave it like an 8.
Oh, wow.
And we were just like,
What?
This one?
huh? Like we were like, we're about to lose all of our fans.
Wow.
Like that, at least that's how I felt. And so all of a sudden it did okay, like critically, and that was our first time really getting any sort of critical response like that. And then, just over time, we make more records, and it's slowly but surely we're playing less and less off of it.
Yeah.
And But to answer your question, the last song on the record, the title track song, is Survived By. I think I would, if I had to put together like what I think are the 5 best Touche songs, it would be in the top 5.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Touché Amoré, stage 4.
Yeah.
This beautiful expression of grief
Yeah.
for your late mother.
Thank you.
And that's one thing that every human being will experience at some point.
Totally.
And yet you're putting the most personal thing you've probably ever experienced in your life into this sonic presentation for everyone to hear.
Yeah.
And it becomes your biggest record. And the thing that people connect with more than anything. How does that feel that exists for your mom,
Yeah.
who, as we've talked about before, is like such an important person in your life, such an important part of your story.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this record.
Sure. Yeah. It's interesting because we're about to start doing a lot of, lead up we're playing the album in full this year, in multiple places all around the world. And we're talking about like what to do to kind of promote it and things like that. And one of the things one of the band members asked was like, we'll maybe do a thing where we talk about each song, like, anecdotes and things like that. And I was like, I genuinely don't remember. I don't remember anything. I just remember just writing. Like, I just remember the words coming and being very confident in the music that was being brought to me, being very like, yep, like,
Wow.
and just knowing there was like a comfort in these words that I was writing being like how well they fit to what I was given, you know, and that feeling very comforting. That was also the record where like we learned so much from Survive By, because we also went back to Brad Wood
Okay.
for this, where it was like, let's not record a song unless all 5 of us are 100% sure on every single one of these decisions. Like no one's compromising. Everybody loves every song.
Better is better.
Better is better.
Better is
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. And that's how we've continued to run things.
Very
But
good.
yeah, it was I'm sure a friend of the room, I've told this story once or twice, but like Pat Kinlan, I remember playing the record for him before it came out, and his response was, "So you're just trying to like alienate just your entire audience with this one?" Which is a very Patrick Kinlan sort
Yeah,
of
it
way
is.
to do it. And he was just like, you're at an age where you start losing your parents.
Yeah.
He was like, your fans are younger. Like I don't know. Like I hope this for you. Like I hope this. But he sensed like you went pretty hard on this one.
Big time.
Kind of a thing. And that's a criticism that I've accepted and I've heard since the day the record came out of like, can't listen to it. And I say, totally get it. There are records that I can't listen to. I reference some of them in the song New Halloween, like I Can't Live Without My Mother's Love from Sun Kill Moon, or What Sarah Said from Death Cab for Cutie, or Sufjan Stevens, Carrie and Lowell. 2 Mount Erie records are so heavy and so upsetting because they deal with grief head on. I've talked to Pat Flynn about this. You know, Fiddlehead has written some pretty heavy and devastating records himself.
But are these
about the
things that
subject.
you can't listen to now, but used as medicinally at the time, or it was just,
Just
a
like-
void?
I was like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
And like the songs that I referenced like were songs that I liked at the time, but then or you know that or just but instantly it's all of a sudden lyrics mean different things to you and all of that sort of stuff. But what I found, which was the coolest thing to come of it at the time, was a lot of people who wrote off our band, older heads who were like,
You mentioned this. Yeah.
who were like, yo, fucking, I never listened to your band. Band name's stupid. You know, or like, I never checked you guys out. I thought you guys were like fucking some lame shit or something like that, which I'd say for sure. All of a sudden we're like, yo, that record hit me in a way, or like someone recommended me that record after I lost my so-and-so, and I get it now, kind of a thing. And it was interesting over the years. All of a sudden, people who I never ever would have, you know, thought I'd get some sort of nice sentiment from, reached out to me or talked to me or something like that in some capacity about that, which was never the goal. For me, it was just like, look, I didn't go to grief therapy. I should still go to grief therapy. It's just something I didn't do. And I just poured everything into that because it was some people say like, how hard was that record to write? It was the easiest record to write.
Right,
because there was an endless
Yeah.
supply of things to reference. It's like I could talk about being with her in the hospital. I can talk about what it was like, you know, dealing with like having to clear out the house. I can talk, you know, there was endless things to be like, oh, I can reference this, or this one conversation I had. There was this, there was that. There's only one song on the record, and this is, you know, there's a friend of Los Angeles, but like, there's a song on the record called "Posing Holy," which is half about my mom and then also half about Tim Butcher, because he was someone in the LA community, and a lot of people knew him, that had passed around that same time of recording the record. But yeah, I mean, it was my first time really writing about just loss and grief in that regard in general, and I just really put it out there in a way. I had a few people be like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, are you sure you're going to be able to do this every night? Are you know, that kind of a thing.
Sure.
Which I didn't consider. For me, I was just like, I just have to do this.
Yeah.
And
I just
how is
have
it?
to
Is
do
it still just ultimate catharsis, and the songs mean what they mean, or are they just?
You know, because that, you know, that comes up, you know, when the tour got announced, the amount of people were like, I can't believe Jeremy has to sing this entire record in full in all of these different cities and
He's
all of
being
that.
forced.
Like, yeah. And it's like, you know, we all know, like, when you're up there, it's autopilot,
Yeah.
and that's self-preservation. Because I think if most people went up there and were singing about what they wrote the song about night after night, we wouldn't have a lot of us up there. You know, like.
It's interesting too, despite Pat's sage-like forecasting. You know, I liken it to like a life raft or a lighthouse, because there are people who are lost in an ocean that need to connect with something like that and who need that. And, you know, people who go through things at, yes, we all expect to go through what you went through, not necessarily at the age that they go through. So it doesn't matter. Age is kind of irrelevant. I understand the point he was trying to make,
Yeah,
obviously.
of course.
It's the amount of people, when I became aware of that record and what it means to some people and people close to me, I had a very new appreciation for it as well, because how often do we really look into what the lyrics mean in this kind of music, or what the message is necessarily? Like, truly, is it a true story?
As a full album,
Yeah.
it almost never means one thing, you know?
Yeah. So it's heavy, but so I think the value that has been put onto it is immeasurable.
I have a lot of I didn't expect with the album. Cause like I said, I just needed to get this stuff out, you know? I was anxious as hell about PR for it, of like having to do interviews about it all the time. Like it was my first time being guarded, being like, all due respect to, you know, handsome guy at blogspot.com, but like, I can't have these conversations. And I had circumstances where I remember we were playing a festival in Europe, and if this person happens to be watching this, I don't fault you, but I got pulled in, you know, it was pouring rain at a festival, and it was like, hey, you have to do this interview. So I'm like, okay, go in, you know, close the van door, just, you know, classic doing an interview in a van kind of situation. And the guy just starts bawling at me about the record, and doesn't really even, like, it just kind of seemed like he just needed to talk to me. And that was the part of that album that I did not expect, and still don't have a good handle on, of like, hey man, person, anyone, I'm also going through this. Like, I don't have answers, but at the same time, I never fault somebody. I 1000% understand what it means to like want to go up and tell somebody like what their record means to them.
Yeah.
Cause I've been that person
100%. Same.
so many times.
Yep.
Daryl from Glassjaw, Geoff from Thursday, like all these people when I was a kid, where I was just like, yo, this, that, and the other thing.
We're all where we are because we feel that way about
we're
something.
fans
Yeah,
of.
we're fans of.
We've had albums change our lives, and the beauty of hardcore is that the beauty is that the ceiling's very low. If you try just hard enough, you can play with your favorite band,
100%.
and it's not even trying that hard.
And if you're not a dick at all, if you're not a dick for long enough, you're gonna be their friend in some way.
100%. Yeah. I understand the amount of times that people want to come, but like, respectfully, like, I've never been able to look at my DMs. It's rough in there. And I 1000% feel guilt because I don't engage, but at the same time, it's just too much for me sometimes.
For sure.
It's
You know?
it's your grief.
Yeah, like the guys in my band have commented, and sometimes I'll get a back rub or something like that backstage unexpectedly, because like they'll be out in the crowd after the show and people will be talking to them about, yo, guitar tone, yo.
Yeah.
Cool, fun stuff.
What'd you see today in Berlin?
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
where'd you go? What museums did you check out? Blah, blah, blah. And the second I walk out, that same person who's like, blah, 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 turns to me and just
Tells
goes,
Jeremy.
hey, so that record, like, I lost my such and such, and I get it.
Yeah.
I 1000% get it. But to get it as often as I had and kind of continue to, I don't fault anyone, and I get it, and I respect it. But sometimes it's
hard.
It wipes me out.
Yeah.
It can wipe me out.
Definite silver lining though. You connected.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and a
lot of people needed it.
Greatest gift in the world.
Yeah,
The greatest
true.
gift in
Yeah,
the world.
truly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, the title, Stage 4, and it being your fourth
Fourth,
record.
yeah.
It's like you and Bolt Thrower have ever done. You know? So great job, dude.
We actually had a conference, Bolt Thrower.
You did? You and Carl?
Yeah, we talked. Yeah, we were like,
You joined.
Right. Sounds fucking good.
Did you ever find the courage to listen to the last message that you talked about in the record?
So if you get to the very end of the record, it plays. It's the voicemail. It's
Damn,
at the end of the record.
brutal,
Yeah.
dude.
Which I'm so happy is there, because in the age of losing phones and losing that, I was like, that's because it was a conversation. It was like, I was like, is this too much? Like, is this too much to put on there?
Yeah, of course.
And the band members, of course, were like, are you sure that's a good idea? That's an extremely personal thing, because it's a very nonsensical message. It's just about picking up a prescription or something like that, right? But a part of me was like, it'll live on.
Yeah.
It'll be like, if I ever need to just hear her voice, which as time goes on, I mean, she's been gone for 12 years this year. So like, you know, as time goes on, you start to forget how they sound or their inflections and things like that. So like, I'm very happy that I have a recorded record, literally on a record of that, you know?
What's the point of what we do if not to immortalize things like that?
It's also just such a perfect epilogue to this whole story you just told, you know. It really
10 years of Stage 4 live at the Hollywood Palladium with Glassjaw and Seisha, baby. It's crazy that you turned that into like a nice occasion.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's so funny. And Incendiary's on it, and like
hell yeah.
they're a band that since the get we've always tried to play shows with, and it's
They're not
just,
in the SEO, by the way. I didn't leave them out on purpose.
Yeah,
That ain't on me. guys.
Crush is on the show as well.
Okay.
Another great band.
See?
But
Crush is fucking insane.
really good band. Yeah. So it was one of these things where it was like, fuck it, what about this one? Like, it's a weekender, because they're like weekend warriors.
Yeah,
you know,
they're the weekend
They are
warriors,
the
for
weekend
sure.
warriors. And they've always been sweet, being like, it's not you, just keep asking.
Yeah.
Just keep asking.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have like kind of, I think that lineup in particular feels like a cool representation of what our band is, because there's all the melody of Glassjaw and everything here, huge influence on me young and all of that. Seisha is a huge reason why we're even a band.
Hellfest 96.
We just wanted to rip
Or
them.
2004. Hellfest 2004. Ozfest 96.
Yeah. It's just, there's so many things that
all there.
it's kind of a cool mix of so many different sounds that, it's going to be awesome.
Can't wait. May 14th? Something like that? May something-teenth.
Mid-May.
Is that the biggest headlining show
Yeah.
of Touche's?
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
You're going hard. You got to look. You better come strong or not come at all, right? As the
That's-
great prophet James Ismeen once said. You got to have a riot, though. You know that, right? At the Palladium.
Just for
part of
for
it.
Black Flag.
You ain't
yeah.
shit if you
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
had a
yeah.
riot at the Palladium.
Everybody knows.
So if you're watching this and you're going to the Palladium gig, you have to riot.
Yeah.
HardLore is not liable for
Just a
anyone.
little, yeah, exactly. The first ever podcast.
Oh yeah.
When does that start? You're the first one. Congrats. That's amazing.
Congratulations.
Isn't that crazy?
Thank you for
Ever
trailblazing.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you're both very welcome. Which, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to say, I've said this to you both personally. You guys do a great job.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you.
Like, I remember texting you after going to the live thing where you interviewed the director of Green Room.
Oh, yeah.
And because so much of the beginning of the show, there's a lot of fun. You guys are doing a lot of goofy things.
Whatever, yeah.
And but also still doing interviews, which you guys were feeling out what the show was going to be, still,
yeah, very much.
which is what the first year of a show should be,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And you guys still have fun, and everyone loves it.
Every day.
I love it. Everyone loves it.
We love you too.
But watching you guys interview him, I was like, because this is someone that they don't know personally.
Not at
Yeah,
all.
those are almost easier
Yeah.
because we did the same thing with
Davey.
no with Jackass guy. What's his name?
Oh, Lance Bangs. That was
Lance
awesome.
Bangs.
Oh yeah.
Well, with Anthony, but
Yeah.
you know that was also just very easy. It was like, hey, we know some of the stuff you've done. Let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you experience with your pod.
With doing the pod, yeah, for sure. But just before we get into it, I just want to say you guys it's really been awesome to watch.
Thanks, man.
And you guys, it brings so many people joy every week, you know, and
That's all we want.
you can actually sense that you guys like each other too.
Oh, that's my guy
is
right
my
there.
guy.
which is also nice. You know, like it doesn't feel like you guys are in two.
No, there's no
different worlds.
malice.
Yeah.
There's no malice.
95% of the time.
Yeah. If,
Well, there needs to be some.
if a
There's
mic
has to
goes
be
out,
something.
if a mic goes out, it's
Yeah.
never been my fault.
Yeah. So keep up.
So there's nothing. But the first ever podcast.
Yeah.
When did that start?
Okay, it started in 2020. I was of the echelon
Wow,
of,
what happened?
of 40-year-old white guys who said I should start a podcast.
Yeah.
But we had finished recording our record Lament, and it was at the point where I was like, man, I just miss seeing my friends. And
Oh, yeah.
and not unique in this thought at all, but like the best conversations are the ones you have with people that you've shared the road with, or people that you admire, that you know certain things about, that you're like, oh, like all of that sort of stuff. The same thing that with you guys, just the what started this show. So like, and I've always just been I've always just been fascinated by the what led people to where they are type stuff. But like, it's fun to having kind of like a questionnaire set up.
When you sent us the questionnaire, we were like, this guy's genius.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could not pay me to listen to my first 100 episodes. Like,
Wow.
Just in the sense of like, it was clunky.
First 100 ever?
Like, yeah. It was like, I was probably super nervous. Like, the show went through different companies, editors, all sorts of stuff to where I am now, so like, it was a lot of growing pains. But I didn't start sending the questions until probably like maybe even 100 episodes in.
Whoa.
Because maybe listen, I don't know. But like, you would ask a question, then you would, understandably get someone kind of stumped on how to answer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, if I could just circumvent that and just make someone feel more comfortable.
They're ready.
Also, seeing those questions, you just kind of makes you go, oh, this show's light.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to be asked something,
relief.
out of pocket.
Absolutely.
Like, it'll be easy.
Where did first ever come from?
I think just I was like, if I'm asking first questions, it's like, it just seems like a fun first.
What was your first ever show?
Because
It's also a fun, ironic thing of like there's
Totally.
a billion podcasts. And,
But not.
100%. Just
but they were
like the
all-
nerve of this guy to say like, this is the first ever podcast.
So let's do the gimmick. What are some of your first evers? What was your first spin kick?
Oh my God.
Was your hair straightened?
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's right there. First you were like, this is pretty hard.
Because you have to have the moment because you know what a show is now.
Yeah.
And like what is
And your heart is pounding.
yeah. And like what is at stake?
Yeah. And where were
It's
you?
looking foolish and getting hurt.
100%.
Yeah.
Probably the Whiskey A Go-Go.
Okay.
Wow.
Probably one of these M Productions
Oh
deals.
God. M Productions, if you're watching, yourself.
HardLore is not responsible for anyone.
Anyway.
It honestly, it might have been the Hate Verge show.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
No shit.
Stricken opened.
That is one of my favorite documented things.
Things ever.
Sold 150 tickets to
No,
play that
you
show.
did not.
Whoa,
150?
thank you.
Dude,
Thank you
but
for
hold
your
on.
service.
That's terrible. You kept M Productions in business for years with those 150.
Yeah, but we got
you-
this video on it.
Okay.
Do you know
150.
how many times we've talked about this math? Okay, there was 3 locals before First Blood and Curl Up and Die, who I think were the openers on that, like the actual bands that played the show. 3 local openers. We had to sell 150. Band before us had to sell 100. Band before that had to sell 50. Who's left to actually buy tickets to see Converge?
What's the cap there?
500.
500, yeah. That's like basically every ticket.
I worked at the record store at the time, so I
you
just
were-
said, I got Converge tickets. I didn't say, come see my band. I said, I got tickets to see Converge at the Whiskey, and I sold them within
Genius.
a week.
Yeah.
Genius.
So for us, it was no stress.
Yeah.
150 tickets.
Yeah, didn't meet them, but Brian Grover was playing a Flying V bass, and Nate Newton walked in the room and goes, Flying V. That was our only interaction.
That's so him.
That's so Nate.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
For those of you who don't know, there's a video out there. Look it up right now. It's Hate Verge. It's Josta with Converge playing Hatebreed songs. And within the first 10 seconds, Bannon dives and Ezak is singing backup vocals on Before Dishonor.
It's crazy.
It's one of the
Legendary.
greatest things
Yes.
ever.
It
Off
was-
the cuff, right?
It was so violent. It was like the most violent show. But Converge opened with Downpour,
Whoa.
which I hadn't seen them play before, and because Unloved and Weeded Out, I think had just come out, like the LP version or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was just like so fired up from getting to play that show that I was just like,
Yeah.
That's a
What a
historic one.
fucking answer, dude.
You want to know something cool about
killed that.
before we move
Tell
on?
me.
Joss is singing when Ben starts counting, so he misses the what makes you think. So it's makes you think. He's talking,
knows.
so he's like, let's fuck it up, whiskey. Makes you think everything. He's so good.
Because his sense is so good. in
He's
that
so
moment.
good
Yeah.
that he doesn't miss a fucking beat. It's one of my, and he's wearing the like first ever 100 Demon shirt
oh,
Hey,
with
I have that
the
shirt.
brass knuckles.
No, that's not the first one.
One of the first ever.
First one has this weird tiki thing on it. I have it. I got it for Nate for his birthday. First ever personal artistic achievement where you felt like you'd accomplished something. Opposite of the spin kick.
When I felt like something was like
You're like, I fucking killed that, and I'm proud.
yeah.
Opposite of
Whereas
the spin
mine
kick.
would be the spin kick.
Yeah, right.
Mine would be like, I think getting good at the spin kick would
Art
be.
is the opposite.
That's 100%.
There's no art. in that.
100%.
Oh my god.
If I was the first song on Parting the Sea, tilde, however you want to say
Yeah,
it.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't know what that.
Right under the escape
reason.
button.
So here's some
Squiggle.
Yeah, squiggle.
background for people why it's called that. A couple reasons.
Tilde Swinton.
So when you're writing a song and they all have fake names for
Yeah,
the
of
longest time,
course.
like fast song, song sounds like this song.
There's
whatever.
a Sepultura on every Harm's Way.
The opening note is kring, kring, right, but just guitar pinging out notes. So it always be like, play the fucking song, which right? And then the opening lyric is "I'm parting the sea between brightness and me." Tilde, is Latin for title. It all.
That's pretty good.
Water. Sea.
You should
Brightness.
You should write
Hey.
this stuff down. This is pretty good. Wow.
But that song still to this day, when we play it, I'm just like, this is
rips.
who we are.
Yeah.
Like this song it's like a minute 10.
Isn't that
But
great?
it does all of the things that our band continues to do. It has all of the parts. It feels so good still to this day to sing. It's got a big sing-along part at the end that like still to this day feels so fucking good no matter what room we're in, where I'm just like, I think that felt like, it also felt like we weren't trying to mimic anybody.
Yeah, you'd arrived.
We'd arrived at figuring out kind of who we were.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Lament. You mentioned previously that this record should feel like relief compared to the rest of your discography. Was that the goal when writing it?
This record for me was moving on from stage 4, right? Where I was like, this record is about like my life post that record, what that record, got off of me sort of thing. But then also like the stresses and anxieties that came from it, as described earlier. Like, so it was me sort of battling with all of that. But there was like the catharsis that I had reached with it. I found some like actual like happiness, for the first time. And that's what some of the songs, like Reminders is one of those songs. It's like, it's definitely our most upbeat song too, I started to have those moments.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
And got to do it with Ross Robinson.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the hell?
And the last one was too. I mean, for me, that was like just like a full, like as described, like finding Korn.
Yeah.
And then like, and fuck,
It's just such an unexpected thing, I'm sure, for any Touche fan to hear from you, you know?
yeah.
Dude,
Like,
Korn.
from Korn?
Yeah.
Like it being a thing. Oh my God. Well, see,
Like to this day, you're like, we got to work with the Korn guy.
so I was right neck and neck with him for so many records because, granted, there's things that certainly he did that I was maybe not as into, but like Korn, Sepultura, Slipknot, Glassjaw, At the Drive-In, Blood Brothers, The Cure. Like, I'm right there,
Yeah.
being like, I like that now too,
Yeah.
or I like that, whatever. So he had influence through like multiple parts of my life. So when I got to know him a bit and have some real heavy conversations or real conversations with him about even just like what he meant to music and means to music and all of that, I had the realization that what drew me to Korn was the vulnerability.
Oh yeah.
And that, I think, informed everything in my life going forward.
Korn.
That makes total sense. I mean, it's very Jonathan Davis cathartic.
Crying
just
on
literally
many
crying.
of those tracks.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what it was. You know, and then finding the vulnerability in hardcore was like instantaneous, because it was like,
Big time.
it's like, respectfully to a lot of metal, and I'm not here to speak on the entire genre, not as much vulnerability in metal.
No, absolutely not.
So I think I just felt that pretty quickly. And then so getting the opportunity to work with Ross was the scariest. That then became the scariest moment of my life.
Sure.
Where it was like, because I knew all the lore about him. And he has decades of lore.
Sure.
Wow.
And a lot of it is terrifying. And our manager at the time was managing at the drive-in when they did that record with him. So he came to me and was like, because we were trying to figure out who we were going to do the next record with. Our band works in twos. We do 2 records on Deathwish, 2 records on Epitaph, so on.
Yeah.
2 records with Brad Wood, 2 records with Ross. Like, we just historically like to do things in twos. You do the thing, you learn, and then you perfect it.
Work out the quirks with
Then
the
you
thing.
perfect it.
Yeah.
Do the next thing.
So we were trying to figure out who to do the record with, and manager at the time was like, I have a suggestion. And I fucking knew what he was going to say. And he was like, I don't know what you think about this. And he was like, what do you think about Ross Robinson? And I was like, I was so terrified you were going to say that. But I was like, I don't think that there's someone who will understand our band more than that guy.
And how did that work out? Did that end up being the case?
Right now, if someone walked in and was like, I am going to shoot Ross Robinson unless I shoot you first, I would take the bullet. Like, he is, I've learned so much from that man, and he is the biggest, when you can work a 12-hour day with that guy, and he didn't look at his phone once. He is on it. If you have a question about something, like you're like maybe a little unsure about something, he will not only listen to you thoroughly, but present you with 5 roads to take.
Okay.
Like, he is operating on such a high level of caring that you're just like, I'm in such good hands right now. But I mean, we did a tryout with him because we were very nervous, and it did not go well. He and I butted heads very, very hard. And I know we're going long. Is this annoying if I tell the whole story?
No, I want it.
Good? Okay.
This is the lore. This is
Okay.
it.
We do, brother.
So we go in, you know, and I know bands that have worked with him. Like, I love to talk about people's experiences working with this guy because they're all crazy, right? And I've had certain bands be like, oh yeah, like you, for instance, you have to, if you're the singer, you got to read those lyrics out loud in a room with everybody, go line by line, explain what every single line is about. He will, like, so to track drums, everybody's playing, I'm singing every take to get the drums.
Pop rock, dude.
But before we track, let's get in this room. What are these lyrics about, right? And I kind of knew, I had heard this was a thing, so I was like prepared for that. But you're going line by line, and he'll be like, okay, stop. And then he'll look at another band member and be like, what does that mean to you? Because he wants to bring everybody to be on the exact same page so everybody knows what's at stake.
Okay.
Which is, we come from hardcore, right?
Borderline impossible.
We're also in bands where we're like, that's your department.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I trust you, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think twice about it. And that's how our band had always been. You know, I have all the faith in these guys. They have all the faith in me. And that's just how it's always been. So to have them all of a sudden now being like, okay, we're going to talk all of this stuff out, you know?
Did he do the same thing with guitar riffs? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, when it came to that stuff, it was more so like, are you playing to play perfect, or are you in it? Kind of a thing.
I see. But
So,
he
like,
wouldn't look at you and be like, how do you feel about G major?
No. He wouldn't do that stuff. But like, he would. There were times where he would be mixing the record and just all of a sudden call one of our band members in the middle of the night and be like, you got to come retract this.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was just like, you're just not. And then if any of us heard it, we'd be like, sounds the same.
Sounds the same. Yeah.
But like, he's hearing So even when I'm tracking those scratch vocals, they're all over the record. Those are like he uses.
Just takes whatever. Yeah.
When he's doing, he has everything, whatever. So anyway, we get in the room. I know what to expect, and I say, "Hey, listen, I know we just met today, but just to give you some background, our entire last album is about my mom passing. This album is not that. This is me moving on from that, what I've learned, etc." I explain the whole thing. He goes, "Cool." I'm like, "So that's not what this is. This is so we record the song, or we whatever, do everything, and comes time to do vocals. And I'd been warned. He stands in the vocal booth with you the whole time.
Oh my God.
And goes line by line and wants to talk everything out, that whole thing, right? So I'm like kind of mentally prepared for that, right? So we get in the room, and first thing out of his mouth is, "So where's your mom right now?"
Oh.
And I said, "Nope." And that's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
We probably stood in that booth for 2 hours, kind of.
Arguing.
Yeah, you've known me a long time.
Yeah.
I'm not a confrontational person in any capacity. I have a really hard time with confrontation. So like it was really hard for me to be like, and he was we just met that day.
Yeah.
So like he's pulling out all the tricks. He's being like, "Do you want to talk shit to me? Cuss me out. Say anything you want. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I just want you to, like say what," and I like put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, "Ross, I respect you. I respect what you're trying to do. But for me to force myself to be into that headspace is insincere to what this song is, because that is actually the incorrect mindset. You're pulling from the lowest hanging fruit to make me upset." So I then all of a sudden he's like, "All right, let's do a track." So I do a track. I start recording, and he makes me do the entire song. So as I'm in the middle of it, he just grabs me by my waist and starts swinging me around. And he's losing his mind. And he's all excited. And he's just like, and I'm like, this guy's fucking insane. Like, what the, so we get through the song. I leave the studio, a week later we get a mix, and it's incredible. I'm just like, fuck. One of those things, right?
Yeah.
So our manager even called me the next day. He's like, "How do you feel?" Because he was there.
Okay.
Because there's an engineer who's having to listen the entire
of
time
course.
to our conversation, waiting for Ross to say roll tape.
Oh my God. I didn't
So
even think
he's in
about
there,
that.
our
Yeah.
bass player's in there, manager's in there.
Just
Everyone's
in
just,
there, yeah.
just like listening to this happen.
Brutal.
And Blaze was like, "How do you," or manager's like, "How do you?"
Blaze managed you?
He did at the time. He was like, how did you think that went?" And I was like, "You were there. Like, what do you think?" And he's like, "I don't know if he's had anyone talk to him like an adult before."
Wow.
Like in that regard, like to really
Rationalize, like, here's why you're wrong.
Yeah, here's why I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
So fast forward a little while, we are still writing the record, right? But we haven't fully committed to what we're doing yet. And we play in San Diego. Justin Pearson of The Locust and a million other amazing bands comes to the show to say hi. He plays in the band Dead Cross, which records with Ross Robinson. And he was like, "Yo, I'm in the studio with Ross right now. He fucking loves you." And I say,
Oh.
"What?" And he goes, "Why are you surprised by that?" And I'm like, and I told him the story, and he goes, "Are you kidding me? That is the most Ross shit of all time. Like, you showed him how much you cared about what you were doing, and like how much emphasis you were putting on like all of the aspects of what your band is about. Like he's like, come to the
He
studio."
was dying for somebody to fight back.
He was like, "Come to the studio this week and just say hi." So I stopped by. He greeted me super warmly. Went back. So we were like, "Let's fucking do it. Let's do the album with him."
Wow.
So we went into the studio. Never stood in the vocal booth with me again.
Wow.
Just believed it.
Just believed in it. And we would still talk about the songs.
Yeah, sure.
Totally. We would get into all of that. But we would talk in the mixing room and just have a conversation. And in the middle of it, he would just be like, "You good?" Like, "I'm good. Let's
go.
Get up there." Wow. So it was surreal. And just for me also personally, there was a really awesome moment where he was pulling out this microphone, this vocal mic. He hangs it up and I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Damn, that thing is a fucking tank. That thing is crazy looking." I'm like, "How long have you had this thing?" He's like, "Every one of my records has been recorded with that microphone." And I'm like, "That's crazy. What's the backstory? Where'd it come from?" He goes, it was originally owned by Nick Cave. I'm like, "No way, that's crazy." And he goes, "Yeah, it was, tons of records have been recorded on that. Leonard Cohen recorded The Future on that microphone." He doesn't know me at all. When he says that, all my band members just like turn and just look at me and I'm like, I'm like, how did you get it? He goes, it was owned by Indigo Ranch, where I used to record out of. The studio closed. I got the Cure record at the time. The label said, what do you need to record that Cure record? He said, I need you to buy me that microphone.
Fuck
so
yeah.
that's how he owns it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking insane. I think he had to buy a multi-$1,000 microphone to get pieces out of it to repair that microphone, which is insane. Yeah.
And you did it, dude.
Tank.
That's probably the microphone that Blind was recorded on.
It is.
You did it.
Yeah. It's like, again, Barlow. Here we are.
Did you hit any Radur? And just hit it.
Obviously.
Once I got comfortable with him, there was times where I just like brought up, like I just thought of something, that I've always wanted to ask about, to be like, tell me about, recording this one specific that, like what was it like recording Iggy Pop's part on the At the Drive-In record, and he was just like, came in here one day, they both had handheld mics and just like ran around the room singing together. Or recording Ray Cappo with Glassjaw, same sort of a deal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then you had to release that record in 2020. After all that.
After all of that.
That's awesome.
Did you either of you put out a record in 2020?
No.
I waited.
They waited. We wrote. So we did like opposite paths, got to the same spot though.
It was one of those things where we had the option to hold it, but we looked at the open playing field and we said, you know what? A lot of people are not getting new music right now. Maybe this will do, like, because our record was also supposed to come out the week before or after Every Time I Die. And they held their record for almost 2 years. So we're like, okay, now we don't have Every Time I Die as competition. We don't have, like, let's fucking do it. And then it sales wise, all of that did better than any of our records.
Yeah.
Like it's to this day still, like that was our best selling record. But
Really?
because everybody was at home and needed that dopamine burst of fucking buying something
You're
online.
in those Biden bucks,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Biden, yeah.
Interesting.
Those were good, man.
Very interesting.
Wow.
Although I guess it wasn't Biden at the time, but anyway.
Yeah.
Do you think? Well, I guess you kind of answered my question. It's just like, is that there was stuff that came out over those 2 years, let's say, of everything being shut down and tours not really happening. Like, do you think that was a net loss for those bands?
I think in touring maybe, but overall.
My heart broke for the bands that were just starting to get steam in 2020. We know there was a few of them, and then there was, then some bands had huge success because of a band like Gulch. You know what I'm saying? It's like
the whole Bay Area just exploded.
Completely.
Yeah.
I remember, what was your guys' first show back from COVID?
We had a God's Hate record release like pop-up. It wasn't a show. It was like, come buy the record and we're just here.
Yeah.
And that was the first like thing that happened here that I remember. And it was cool. It was at midnight hour.
Okay.
When it was in a tiny store. It was like mask required, and we put a little like Hanya mask on the flyer.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Show? Fuck, I don't know.
We did a 10-year of isolation
Okay.
in early 2021.
Did either of you have concerns on whether you would still like doing this?
No.
No, my God,
way.
no.
It was like,
I did.
Really?
Oh, really? Coming from the guy who could be on tour for a year.
I think there was just so much pressure and stress and anxiety put onto like what the future of touring could even be, and already seeing the writing on the walls of the state of what the industry was gonna become and has become. I think all of those things I saw it and I was like, it's about to get real rough out there.
Insofar as what do you mean?
Okay. We saw a lot of venues close.
Yeah.
Horrible. And we're seeing venues continue to close. We just lost Chain Reaction. Bottom of the Hill is closing.
Year,
Like, it's heartbreaking to see happen, right? But I do also remember thinking a lot of these venues are getting a lot of public support, which is amazing. But I also know what that means. That means there are now going to be a lot more fees that are going to take more away from already bands that are making nothing, And I get why they're there. But for instance, I think our first tour back, one of the venues had like all of a sudden $1,000 cleaning fee. there was no soap in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
So you're like,
What am I paying for?
yeah, like so things like that. You know, I'm not saying it's every
No,
venue.
I got you, I
I'm
got
not. You know, I'm thankful any venues exist, but it was the start of being like, oh, like less. It's gonna be even harder to make ends meet now.
Wow.
Like because
In and out, stop doing refills.
So literally, I was just going to say because Chipotle stopped doing refills, I was like, well, that's
America's
the future.
toast.
Well, it's over.
It's over. What's the difference between us and Germany?
yeah.
Ice, I guess.
Yeah. So it just
Well, not that kind of ice though,
Yeah.
like frozen water.
Frozen ice.
But also ice.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was dying
Yeah.
to get back on the road. I was dying to see my friends.
Yeah.
So one of the earliest things I got to do was Sound of Fury, 2022.
Oh yeah. Two.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That was like
Because of our little show.
because of our little show and Furnace Fest. So like getting to
Furnace
do
Fest was
HardLore
our
stuff.
first show back,
Yeah.
and that was
Oh, the gnarly one, the huge first one back with like knock loose and stuff.
had to have been the first one.
2021.
That would have been 2021.
Then maybe it was.
2020,
Maybe we played 2022.
2022.
Okay, we were there for that.
Thrice played on the big stage. Mastodon played.
I remember our stage. I was just like, "This is so my shit right now," because it was like Jeremy Enoch from Sunny Day played before us and Mineral played after us.
Was
and I
it the
like,
lake one? Or did you play the shed?
We didn't play like the big inside room.
Okay.
We played off to the side.
The lake one then.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
Drug Church played the lake one.
Probably,
And Angel Dust
yeah.
as well.
And Angel.
But I just remember like going up and being kind of anxious, being like, I hope this like. Also, my voice being like, does my voice still do this live? Like, it's been off for this long, you know? And as soon as we went into it, I was like, oh, I love this shit.
Riding the bike.
Yeah, I love
It
this
is like riding a bike.
It's who we are.
It's I will say though, the grass is often greener. And there are one of the nice things about being shut in was that I had no FOMO, and FOMO is one of my biggest sources of anxiety.
Yeah.
Not possible to miss out when there's nothing
When there's nothing going on.
going on.
Yeah.
I miss that sense of hey, which is I realized something over this winter. We had a crazy blizzard a couple weeks ago in Chicago.
Yeah.
Everyone's locked in.
You loved it.
Everyone's shut down. And it gave me a little, like, I can just stay in and play a video game and cook.
Yeah.
I'm not missing anything.
Yeah.
I do miss a sense of that, but obviously I much prefer being able to do
What
it
was
in
the episode you guys did where I think it was a seasonal episode and you chose like Godflesh and you were like, because of
Oh, the summer album.
the summer albums and you chose Godflesh
yeah.
and you were
The
like,
summer sucked.
Yeah, the industrial urban hellscape that is a humid city
us
center.
fucking coastal elites being like,
was just
oh
sitting
man,
there
the
like,
Beach Boys.
Yeah, come on, man. That sounds versus street cleaning. The sounds of summer on HardLore.
Christ Bait Rising comes on, and I'm like,
Pretty hot. It's a pretty hot song.
Yeah.
Spiral in a straight line.
Yeah.
Possibly your biggest sonic departure yet. I think it's a leap.
Okay.
non-derogatory.
No.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're singing melodically way more than ever. Is that a Ross?
I think as time has gone on, I'll go into records now being like, I'm not singing on this record. I'm not. Like, I'm over it. I'm not doing it. And then as soon as we write a song, I'm just yelling in melody. You know what I'm saying? Where it's
Yeah.
like that's mostly what I'm doing. But there's a few moments. Yes, like there's a song that has like Lou Barlow, which is insane.
Insane.
Wow.
On it. That whole story is the coolest story in the world.
Why don't you
But-
tell me? Lou Barlow from Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah. Lou Barlow, Dinosaur Jr., Sebadoh, Folk Implosion. So yeah, it's a song called Subversion, and I was writing it. We were on tour in Australia at the time, and I had to finish like 3 more songs, and I was going crazy. I really, really take a long time with lyrics. I always have, but I really, really take a long time. I'll write the song 4 times and throw it away, and just be like, no, starting over. Don't like it today.
Heard.
So I was having a really hard time with that. And I'm not afraid of flying by any means. I have to do it enough. But if I'm conscious of this, I will do it. Where if like when we're landing, I'll be like, I'm going to throw on one of my favorite songs in the world just in case this goes sideways. I'm listening to my favorite song. So one of my favorite songs in the world is a Sepultura song called Brand New Love. And it's incredible. It was introduced to me through a really funny way by the cover first by the new metal adjacent band Dead Z. They randomly covered Brand New
You're such
Love.
an interesting guy.
Yeah. Well, you know what else is interesting? That I think the singer of Underdog does backup vocals.
No
for that.
way.
Richie?
Why?
I got to interview the singer of Dead Z on the show, Elijah Blue, Cher's son, and when I realized that, I was like, were you into hardcore kind of a thing? And he like talked about how he had a stint where he got into like Hare Krishna and was friends with John Joseph and all those guys in New York. But like post, I think.
So
it's, like,
did he ask Richie to do it, or was it?
Yeah, I think they was just like, yo, you should do this. I know, it's insane. It's like he's like deep in there. He's like, it's like when I saw that credit, I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I found Brand New Love.
Okay.
And it's always been the song that I've been obsessed with. And then later in life, I realized it's a cover. Tons of people have covered it. So I'm on the flight listening to it. And I was at a point in my life where I had gone through a breakup. And I'm listening to the song and loving the song. And like the song is about sort of finding new love unexpectedly and the beauty that can come from that. And it's also sort of maybe the drama that can come from that. And that's how I've always interpreted the song, at least. I'm not speaking for Lou Barlow. But I found myself really like, wonder why I chose that song in this moment, kind of a thing, right? And so now I'm walking around the streets listening to Subversion, being like, what the fuck do I do over the whole end of this song? Like, I'm having such a hard time. And it clicks where I'm like, you can weirdly sing the chorus of Brand New Love over this outro. They sound nothing alike, like nothing alike. But it weirdly fits. So I bring it to my band and I say, guys, I don't know shit about music. Is this the wrong key? Is this the wrong whatever? Like, I had this idea. What do you guys think? And I was almost kind of like anxious to ask them. I'm like, how dumb am I going to look right now? Does this even work? And Clayton and Nick listen to it and they go, that works completely. That absolutely is the same key. It'll absolutely work. And I was like, interesting. So now I'm like, now we're going in to do the record and all of that. And I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity to get like one of our cool special guests on our record, you know, like we've always prided ourselves on kind of bringing in people that maybe is unexpected. Julian Baker's been on goddamn 3 records in a row.
Yeah.
You
This
know?
one too. Yeah.
3 in a row. She's the 7th member of the band.
Legend.
So I was like thinking about all these different people I could ask, you know, and I'm like, oh, that could be cool, that could be cool, that could be cool. Then I was just like, what if I just literally asked Lou Barlow? Like, how brazen of a
What's
thing
the
to be
worst
like,
you could say?
what's the worst you could say? Yeah. So, do you guys know Yossi Solek, Bandsplain? So Yossi had around that time interviewed him. So I hit up Yossi and I'm like, yo, is he cool? Is he nice? And she's like, he's perfectly sweet. I'm like, okay. All right. So got his email, wrote him an email. I wrote him about the context of the song, what the song meant to me in my life, what I went through when I was writing the song, sent him the lyrics, and I sent him a demo of how it would work. He responds, sounds fun. It's like,
What do you mean?
so, but it just like in retrospect, it's insane to just be like, it is brazen to be like, hey, would you sing your song on my song?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's a huge ask. Like, I am
time.
not.
Big time.
it's
Can I
not-
have this?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Also, it's like, is it okay if we use your song?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get a hella piece off of this. Like, respect.
Yeah.
But, and the fact that he was like, yeah, I'm down. And then, of course, like, it took kind of a minute for it to get the tracks. But, you know, we've had guests on our. When you all of a sudden get the email with the vocal tracks in there, and you're just like,
No way. You did
so going into the studio and just putting it on and then like hearing it like with the because at first when you just get the stems, you're like, it's just I need to hear it in the context.
Yeah.
Put the sauce on it.
So when you hear it in full, I mean, hearing his voice singing that song that has meant so much to me in my life, like in our song, I was like, that's like top coolest things that's ever happened in our band for sure.
That's awesome.
Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, man.
Decision.
It was so cool. It was so cool.
Is there anything you think you haven't achieved artistically yet that you'd like to? Do you have a big goal that you haven't gotten to reach yet?
I would really like to put out like a a published poetry book. I've self-released a lot of stuff over the years. I haven't done one in a minute. It's been this sort of thing that's been nagging at me, kind of a thing to be like, yo, like put effort into this and do it. And that's not to say I'm deserving of it, because I know that there is a pipeline of like singer guy to poetry to, you know, it's not lost on me. I do really like writing when I get in the headspace to do it, because it's nice to know I can get this off I don't have to be as crazy about it as I am lyrics, because it's like, I don't have to perform this the rest of my life. It can just be a nice expression to get out that I feel good about. I'll still work it to death, but it's like another form of expression that I've really found a lot of joy in throughout my life. So at some point in my life, that would feel really good
I love it.
to get to do
Great
that.
answer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something very important.
Is it bad that I've been just looking at you guys sideways?
No, not at all.
it's great.
If you have something you need to address them, you
Okay.
take your camera.
No, it's totally fun.
Yeah.
Playing music around the world, there's so few things that bring us comfort.
So
you know?
few.
It's a hard world out there.
It's a hungry world.
It's a very hungry
Oh,
world.
boy.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
a guy's got to eat.
Guys gotta eat.
What are you into?
What do I like?
Yeah.
We haven't really talked food much in our lives, have we?
No, we've gone to Wingstop before, and you got barbecue. You got only barbecue. And I remember being like, no, I was, you know, I just take.
It's a choice.
I haven't forgotten.
It's a choice.
I remember my friend's orders, and you got all barbecue. I remember. Being
I don't
okay,
do that. I
barbecue.
don't do that now.
Okay.
Now I'm a mostly just original hot.
Love the original
Yeah.
hot.
All flats.
That's him.
Did I put you on?
You might have.
I must have.
You don't get enough meat.
I must have.
Yeah, you don't get enough meat on the
On the
drum.
stick?
On the drum.
The flat is more tender, it's darker.
You don't
it's
get
juicy.
enough meat on the bone. That's my stance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a boneless guy. What can I say?
Those are chicken nuggets.
That's fine.
The new crispy
Also
tender.
delicious.
Yeah, is fantastic.
Okay, so your question is what kind of food
Yeah,
do I like?
what's number like so Touché Amoré
Yeah.
You're on the road.
is on the road.
Oh, yeah.
You unanimously are like, we got okay, here's the spot.
We gotta eat.
Well, okay, so and I'm not dodging the question because we can
Let's
talk
go
for-
you
we can
and
talk-
let's go
I was gonna
Touché.
say,
Yeah.
because there's always compromise on
know.
the, you know, and it's usually the
Vegetarian.
compromise is usually Chipotle.
But so like for the band, if it's like, is there anyone's like, oh fuck, they have that here? Let's go there. It's gonna be Chipotle.
That's gonna be probably me wanting to eat something very specific. Like, forgive me if I'm getting the name wrong because I think I'm getting it right though. But is it Smithfield's? It's in like North Carolina, South Carolina.
Ooh.
I don't
It's
know
like
Smithfield.
Barbecue?
I think it's. Fuck! I hope I'm not getting. It's something Smith. Something. It's
Okay.
something like that. But it's barbecue and fried chicken, and
Oh.
the fried chicken is fucking unreal.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
unreal. Like they basically give you two gigantic patties on the smallest piece of bread, to where you're just like, this is a mess. But
Okay,
it's,
good.
It's perfect.
Slather that thing in hot
Smithfield's.
sauce. I'm pretty sure
Maybe.
it's Smithfield's.
Okay.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Okay.
But the band would be Chipotle.
But yeah, they also. I'm not a Taco Bell guy. I've never been a Taco Bell guy. They love Taco Bell. Often they'll hit Taco Bell. I'll take a walk, probably find a Wendy's or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, people need to put respect on Dave's double. You know?
I do a
Come on,
Wendy's
you don't-
spicy chicken.
Fucking
I think it's
elitist.
fine.
'Cause
I like Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy,
My
she's,
grandfather was her personal trainer at one
she's
point.
never frozen.
I know.
She's always there.
I really only do McDonald's in Europe.
Yeah.
I don't
just a
seek
lifeline.
It out.
It's a
I don't-
lifeline.
Yeah, it's a lifeline. Same with Burger King. It's a lifeline. Like,
Dude,
Literally.
Hey,
Yeah.
the long chicken.
yeah,
Oh, the long chicken's
Love,
pretty good.
love a long
Yeah,
chicken.
but like in the States, like I'm hitting probably like a Wendy's or something like that. Yeah.
Wendy's rocks.
All right. Here's a big one. Okay. You know, it's nighttime. It's dark out there. You're going to have to walk back to your car.
It's scary. Mountains.
You ever see a ghost in any circumstance like that?
No.
Do you
Do you
believe?
believe in the supernatural?
Before I answer this, do we get into afterlife question about this?
No.
You can.
You can if you want.
Okay, because I like to hope ghosts are real.
Yeah.
I like
great
to.
answer.
Yeah, I like to hope ghosts are real. I like the concept of it. I don't love the concept of being haunted by something.
Sure.
My mom had some pretty crazy stories about scary stuff that happened to her and her sister growing up because they worked out of a funeral home in
believe her?
Nebraska. And her stories were very, very believable. To where I was like, yeah,
It's settled then.
yeah. So, yeah, She wouldn't lie to me. So
She wouldn't.
yeah, there you go. So there's that.
You calling the Jeremy's mom a liar?
I would never. I would never.
I do think that a lot of it is probably in your mind and in your
Step up really quick right in front of his face, though.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but also, you know what? If you need to make yourself believe because of one thing or another, it's cool
Yeah,
too.
that's what cavemen did when there was thunder. They invented gods. It's nonsense.
I've seen what I've seen, and so has Jeremy's mom.
Yo, Marissa from
Yes.
Yeah.
Freshwater. That
Yeah.
photo. Did you guys talk about that photo?
Yes.
Her story was very intense.
When she sent me that photo, I'm still shook by that photo. It's saved in my phone. I don't like it. It freaks me the
It's
fuck
horrible.
out.
Get it off your
Believe
phone.
her.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
What about
Yes.
aliens?
I'm in 100%.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's proven at this point.
Yeah, I mean 100%.
Yeah, it's proven at this
We're
point.
one tragedy away from them being like, we need, okay, just drop it. We got to
Yeah.
distract
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything or seen anything
No.
inexplainable?
No. Nothing like that. But
200 shows a year and never seen anything. That's crazy, huh?
Or no aliens either, though.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I mean, they're both real. And lastly, our final question.
yeah.
And you can take as much time as you need. Jeremy Bolm's top 4 hardcore records of all time. 4.
I'm gonna try not to think too much about this.
Hey, you don't need to.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have, right.
Jane Doe.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Cursed 2.
Fuck yeah.
In This Defiance.
Fuck yeah, dude.
VOD self-titled.
Great answers. In This Defiance is actually a crazy record. Like front to back, every song has a riff, at least one riff where it's just like, what?
So let me put it. There's a gentleman who used to fill in when Nick couldn't tour with us in our band. His name was Eric Goodman. Legendary guy, right? Would often get pretty drunk and be the funniest man on earth, right? One time, sitting shotgun, I'm driving, blasting In This Defiance on an overnight drive because fuck these guys trying to sleep. I gotta stay up, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's for you.
playing the hits. I'm going from this right into fucking Fixation on a Coworker. We're up, baby.
Gotta
We're
get
going. We're going. And out of nowhere, Eric, like we're listening to like it's like probably during Blistered or something like that. He just turns around and he just goes, "Yo, man, even if you don't like this shit, you like this shit."
It's so real.
It's so accurate.
It's perfect hardcore music.
Yes.
It's the perfect blend of truly two eras.
Yeah.
And
That
there
record
was a day where we discovered that Blistered goes pit to pit to pit to pit.
Oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
I think, didn't we just say it was Mosh 6?
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun,
4.
Halftime. I think it's 4.
4. Mosh 4.
Mosh 4 is hard to achieve. We all know this.
Yeah. Is that Force of Change?
That
was
is Blister. It's the end of Blister.
Dun, dun.
Force of Change, however,
Yeah.
Hard.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where do you go with Converge if not Jane Doe? What's your next
That's a
favorite?
great question.
Yeah, because I think all of us know Jane
Yeah.
Doe is the record impactfully musically. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
such its own thing.
Yeah.
So then I like to know what your next one is.
Yeah. So because of when I got into them through petitioning. So I go Jane petitioning.
Wow.
I have a Buried but Breathing tattoo. That's like such an like no one's
Banger.
referencing Buried but Breathing. You know, that's a Dahlbeck song for sure. You know, like it sounds like it's a Bane song.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Bane song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I so probably if I was to do the order,
Yeah.
off top.
Sure.
Jane, petitioning, No Heroes,
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's my.
That's yours, right?
Axe to Fall,
Wow.
When Forever Comes Crashing, You Fail Me.
Wow.
I love You Fail Me.
I expected
really-
you to be a big
That's
You Fail.
that's my
love-
number one.
I love You
After
Fail Me.
Jane Doe.
And this is me just off the cuff.
Of
right
course,
Now. If
I
I
get
probably really thought about it, You Fail Me might have moved.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm
Okay.
Jane petitioning. Jane petitioning.
No Heroes.
No Heroes. You Fail Me.
Uh-huh.
X to Fall. When Forever Comes Crashing. All We Love We Leave Behind. and probably just everything in order since
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Since then, yeah.
That makes sense.
That's probably where I'm
No
going.
Heroes. Goated.
What
Yeah.
a band.
What a band.
Yeah. Harm's Way toured with them.
Yes, a couple times.
When was the first time? What album?
The second Deathwish record, Rust. But we did in 2015. We did Europe with them on our first time on a bus.
So 15. What record is that for them? Is that
That was Moons.
post All We Love We Leave
the
Behind?
Moons,
Yeah, because we did the first All We Love We Leave Behind in Europe with them.
Oh, ours was definitely a B market, so that makes sense.
Oh, okay, yeah. Were you on? Did you were you on a bus
We were on a bus
with them?
first time.
Yeah, same with us.
It was the Deathwish. It was us, Trap Them, Young and in the Way, Converge. It was
Okay.
like the Deathwish tour.
Yeah. Okay, so you had 4 bands on the bus. Yeah, we just had 3, but yeah, it was.
You know that big red one?
Oh yeah.
The big, everybody
Yeah.
takes it. It's
Are
got
you-
20 bunks upstairs. 24 bunks upstairs.
There was a lot of. I feel like they were still all used. Like it was.
Oh, yeah.
People just hanging their show clothes in that hallway.
Oh, it's gross, man.
Yeah.
Never toured with them. Love to.
It was, man. That
Sounds
was
awesome.
Yeah. I haven't been on a bus many times in my life, but that was the first
Same.
one. That was the very first one, and I
Same.
was couldn't. I was just like nervous every day.
Really?
I mean, just we had toured the U.S. with them a little bit, and that was awesome. But there's like a funny. So we, I know we gotta go. To the Axe to Fall, we got to the Axe to Fall tour, and we were only supposed to be on the first 3 or 4 shows, because it was like I don't know. It was one of the early days of the flyer with 800 bands on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Thursday was on the first couple shows, and Thursday invited us to be the band on it. So we got chosen because of Thursday, not because of Converge.
Oh, wow.
So we were their pick, and Ludax was Converge's pick.
Interesting.
And Thursday leaves the tour. We then bullshit our way onto getting to play before the local at the Grog Shop.
Jesus.
We're like, we just need a show. We have that day. We're gonna do we had a whole DIY tour booked. We're like, we'll do can we please open the show? Like, sure.
And are you on Deathwish at this time? Axe to Fall, was that?
Not yet. 2010.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we were, but we were. It was in the works. It was gonna happen. So we showed up to Cleveland, and the only other band that was there at that point was Converge, and they were like, Tyler quit Ludax last night. The one of the people in the party of Black Breath had a seizure, so they're still stuck in New York. Like, so Ludax showed up, had their merch guy sing. After the show, they were like, "You got to go home," and then they pulled us in the room and they were like, "Do you guys want to take their spot?" So we canceled the rest of our DIY tour.
Yeah.
Hopped. We're like, let's just do it, whatever. And then Converge breaks down 2 days later. So the joke at the end of the tour was, Touché Amoré, the only band to successfully play every night on the Converge Axe to Fall tour. Because they left their own tour for like 3 days. Coalesce
crazy.
headlined.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
Coalesce then hopped on.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was pumped. Yeah. But like, there were so many bands on it. Like,
You
throughout
need
the
a
whole
damn
thing.
jeweler's loop to figure those things out.
Yeah.
I hated that stuff.
Yeah, it was
Touche
insane.
Amoré, the lone survivor.
Yeah, it was so
As
funny.
always.
Hey, where did the name come from?
So it's so funny to be asked that. You know,
I know,
No. But I haven't had. Thank you. I haven't had to answer that in a long time. It's funny because we never thought we would ever go to Europe. So got reminded over and over how our band name means nothing, which is true. It's obviously French and Italian.
Yeah.
I originally liked that it seemed like it was just like a sarcastic jab
Yeah, it
at
does.
love, right?
Touche Amoré.
But
I say it to
also-
Taylor all the time.
It also could be,
Yeah.
which I like that as well. So yeah, that's kind of. I thought about making a self-titled record, but like naming the record
Touch Love. That's cool.
Just as-
Ooh.
yeah, but then our demo is now called self-titled, which is why it's held me up.
Yeah, but it's not called.
That's why I'm.
I got you.
Might be the next one.
cut
We'll
that.
bleep that. Yeah.
Yeah, might be the next one. We'll see.
Might be called. This is
That's it.
fantastic.
This is unbelievable. That, Jeremy,
Yeah.
we love you so much, man. 20 years, 22 years strong, I think this friendship is with you and I. Maybe more. Here's to another 22, I'm so proud of you. This is a band I truly watched from like before the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I've moshed for Stricken, and then I saw you sing, and now I'm going to see you at the Palladium.
That's what's up.
And a perfect app. Jeremy Bolm, one of the best guys ever.
Wow.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye. This episode is brought to you by Mad Vintage.